along with me. Breaking news, it's a thrill. Live chat, got time to kill. XP, we're breaking the mold. Special guests, stories untold. Unfiltered truth, no hidden clues. No suit and tie, it's all for you. Out of the newsroom, into the light. No suit and tie, it's feeling right. Unscripted moments, the host is scary. On Next News Network, we never vary. On YouTube, we're streaming live. On Rumble, the chat is alive. On X, we're trending high. And mainstream media's dead, and we are why. Millions of followers, hear us out. Seen all over the world, there's no doubt. We are the future, shining bright. Join the raw feed every night. Out of the newsroom, into the light. No suit and tie, it's feeling right. Unscripted moments, the host is scary. On Next News Network, we never vary.
Good evening and welcome to the Raw Feed. I'm Gary Franchi, and tonight, just 24 hours before America gathers around the Thanksgiving table, we're bringing you the show that exposes exactly why the deep state is terrified of Trump's imminent return to power. But first, to our millions of viewers watching live on YouTube, Rumble, and X, thank you for making us your source for unfiltered truth. While you're watching the broadcast, do me a favor. Grab your phone and text this link to 5 patriots who need to see what we are about to reveal. That's how we bypass the big tech algorithms and grow our movement. And speaking of growing our movement, I've got big news. We've just launched our brand new merch shop at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Our exclusive limited edition MAG Avengers collection is flying off the shelves. Patriots all over the world are snapping these up faster than Nancy Pelosi can say insider trading. Now, for our loyal supporters in the live chat, we see you and we hear you. Throughout tonight's broadcast, we'll be featuring your super chats and Rumble rants right here on the screen. Your voice matters, and yes, super chat messages get priority placement. So if you got something to say, you want to get my attention, that is your chance to be heard by millions worldwide. Now, tonight's stories are explosive. Just 22 days after Donald Trump's landslide victory over Kamala Harris, the deep state is showing its true colors. We're tracking multiple bomb threats against Trump's nominees, a coordinated campaign of terror the mainstream media won't touch. But that is just the beginning. Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency are declaring war on the IRS. And the numbers we've uncovered will shock you. Trump is about to end the tyranny of daylight saving time forever. We've got exclusive footage of liberals literally screaming at Lake Michigan over Kamala's historic defeat. And wait until you hear how the left is trying to weaponize your Thanksgiving dinner. Now, before we dive in, I need to be direct with you. This kind of reporting, the truth they don't want you to hear, it comes at a cost. The powers that be would love nothing more than to shut us down. That's why we need your support. The links to donate are in the description below. Every dollar helps us keep fighting, keep investigating, and keep bringing you the unvarnished truth. Remember, we're streaming live simultaneously, YouTube, Rumble, and X. Follow us on all platforms because you never know when they will try to silence us. You need to find us on those platforms. This is how we stay one step ahead of the censors. So grab your coffee or maybe something stronger. You're going to need it. And buckle up. This is the Raw Feed, and we're about to show you what the mainstream media doesn't want you to see. Now let's welcome you to the show. Who's here? We got JYZF2023, Resiness, Sterling, Newsbusters, Rob Gray, loves the music. We got Monsieur JTG. What's up? What's up? How long does it take to get to the news? I don't know, man. If you can't hang on, then just get out of here. Go click something else. Go watch a cat video. Apex Alpha. Y'all, the Cool Kids Club replacing Soy Boy Scouts. Dude, you have 2.24 million subs. That's right, Elephant Room. We do. Matt and Robin's Carp is here. Tupelo, Mississippi. We got Scranton. Michael is here. Our skies today. What's up? He says, Gary, why are you insulting me? LOL, Muddy Falcon. I don't know. Was I insulting you? Black Clover Digital, Tampa, Florida, in the house. Who else is here? We've got the Cult of Gary Vigilant. We got Jesus Zeus Ortega. What's up, man? Yo, yo, yo. Who else is in the house? Let's see. We have got Sure You and Randy from Iowa. Mr. Furball, Beast Mode, Minnesota. Bat215 checking in. Southwest Ohio. Christopher Gill, what's up, dude? Nikki Snyder, hey, what's up? Goshen, Indiana. Brandon is here. Let's go, Brandon. Who else? We got Cindy. What's up, Cindy? Good evening. Washington State, that's right. And Matthew is here. Central Massachusetts. Sugar Muffin, what's up? Jeremy is here. What you got for us? He's waiting. He's patiently waiting. I just told you what we got. Scroll it back. Our skies today, thank you. No, thank you for stopping by. David, why don't we go back to the 13 months and the Sabbath being on Saturday? Well, you're free to go ahead and, do that. Must be nuts. Hey, Gary, what's up? And let's give us a scoop, man. Christopher wants to know. Rumble is a bad app. I wish everybody stopped going to Rumble. Yeah, Rumble kind of sucks. Joseph Isaac, yeah, they just got Dr. Disrespect over there, and they're making a big deal out of it. I could really care less, personally. I mean, what is the big deal? Oh my God, Dr. Disrespect has joined the Rumble. Who cares? Okay? The guy plays video games. Okay? You want me to play video games? Is that what you want me to do? And then I can go on Rumble? No, we're already on Rumble. We've been there since they started. Super Nurse 77, what's up? News, real news. What's up, Rick? Holloway in Cleveland. Bearded Roofer, Vermonster here. You're getting way too commercialized. Stick to the points, please. Okay, Butch, whatever you say. Faith by Nature loves Rumble. Yeah, they got some good stuff over there, but, whatever. Muddy Falcon, my favorite label is Demon Rats. Yeah, they're back in their holes. Good evening, Kathleen McKay. New Zealand, what's up, New Zealand? Reno is here. William, Norman Jones. And let's see, whatever happened to the Extortion 6 conspiracy? Yes, Jesus, Zeus, Ortega. You know what, man? I'll tell you, I see that video constantly being shared on X all day long. Even like my cousin sent me a link to a video, portion of that interview that I did, I don't know, it was like 4 years ago or something. And it was only up for maybe 6 hours, and already had 400,000 views and thousands of shares. It was ridiculous. And I'm like, I posted, why are you guys posting this? We've already retracted the story. The guy was a fraud. He never came forward. And, it was just a big psyop, I guess. So whatever. The Falconer. Yeah, that was a big joke. So anyway, okay, you guys want the news, right? Recently saw a video of Gary driving the Back to the Future car. He was coming back king. Corey Feldman, absolutely gold. Yeah. There's a video of me in the Back to the Future car, driving around in the DeLorean time machine with Corey Feldman. Yeah, that was a pretty cool experience. We have had Corey Feldman in this studio before when he was releasing his film about what happens in Hollywood with kids and his own experience with Corey Haim. That was a unique moment. Kind of cool having the dude from Goonies in my studio. And then we had him in the DeLorean time machine driving around. He was a little weird though. He was totally paranoid, I was gonna drive off with him and kidnap him or something. No, Corey, I'm not gonna drive off and kidnap you in a DeLorean time machine. Okay? And I should tell you, because we were recording that whole moment, what you see in that little short video clip that's been posted online, what you see there is just what I was able to release. I sat in that car for probably about 20 minutes with the microphones and cameras rolling, waiting for him to walk out to the car so we could shoot that little bit. And what my cameras caught, or what my microphones caught, because he was wearing a freaking microphone as he's inside transmitting audio back to me. And in that moment, I captured him saying something to his bodyguard on a hot mic. Yeah, I'm never gonna maybe I will release it someday. But I felt it was rather insulting, especially because I interviewed him like multiple times. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Muddy Falcon wants us to do like a panel style podcast. Actually, that's been in consideration for a long time. It's just it's complicated with the studio configuration, the camera configuration, the space limitations here. But we do have another location in the studio where we want to create a dedicated podcast location. I've been saying it for probably 2 years, right, Brian? 2 years or more. But we do have additional cameras we could set up and create a dedicated podcast location for more long form informal podcasting. We hope to do that. We hope to do that at some point. So maybe next year, when things start to stabilize financially, we'll get that squared away, and we'll have Brian come out and help us set up the studio and create a whole new look for a multi-head podcast. But it's also about logistically bringing people in and getting it structured, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, okay, where are we at? I know you guys want the news. Let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're witnessing is nothing short of domestic terrorism against President-elect Trump's incoming administration. In the past 24 hours, nearly a dozen Trump nominees have been targeted with coordinated bomb threats. Matt Gaetz, Lee Zeldin, even Commerce Secretary nominee Howard Lutnick, all targeted at their homes. Bomb squads, sniffer dogs, FBI agents scrambling across the country. And where's the mainstream media? Well, they're silent, but here's what they don't want you to know. These aren't just random acts. It's clearly a calculated deep state operation to derail Trump's administration before it even begins, and we have the evidence to prove it. And in these dangerous times, protecting yourself isn't just an option, it's a necessity. That's why I trust truckdefense.com/next. When I saw Chuck Norris' video about personal security, I was amazed. Here he is, a man in his 80s, still training, and he's still ready for anything. His secret, a revolutionary approach to personal protection that anyone can master. Chuck is not surviving, he is thriving, and his methods can work for you too. Don't wait until it's too late. Visit truckdefense.com/next or click the link in the description. Your safety and your family's safety could depend on it. Okay, let's get into it here. This was the big news breaking today, 24 hours before Thanksgiving. The deep state secret war, bomb threat on Trump nominees. That's what we have here for you. Okay, so the Trump cabinet nominees and elected officials who've been identified as targets of bomb threats or swatting attacks. Okay. We have, wow, all these people.
To send a heavy.
Multiple Trump picks have been targeted by violent bomb threats and swatting. That, according to the Trump transition team. No injuries have been reported. Brian Yennis is live from West Palm Beach, Florida, with the latest on all of this. We're beginning to get a little more information of names being added to this list. What do we know, Brian?
Yeah, that's right, Molly. Well, sources tell Fox News that nearly a dozen of President-elect Trump's new administration picks have been threatened, at least since Tuesday night. And we now know the identities of at least 5 of those appointees and nominees that have received those threats. We begin with Trump's pick for CIA Director John Ratcliffe, then his nominee for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Brooke Rollins, his pick for Agriculture Secretary, and his nominee for the Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin, who says a pipe bomb threat was sent to his family with a pro-Palestinian themed message, and his pick for United Nations Ambassador Elise Stefanik. Stefanik is Trump's nominee, like I said, to be at the UN. Her office says a bomb threat was made against Stefanik and her family. New York State, County, and U.S. Capitol Police responded immediately, and everyone is okay. But in a statement, her office said, quote, "This morning, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, her husband, and their 3-year-old son were driving home to Saratoga County from Washington for Thanksgiving when they were informed of a bomb threat to their residence." The Trump transition team says that there were nearly a dozen people that were targeted beginning on Tuesday night with, quote, "violent, un-American threats to their lives and those who live with with them. The threats range from bomb threats to swatting, which is making prank calls to send a heavy police presence to someone's home. Now, according to the Trump team, local law enforcement responded to the threats and visited the homes of the nominees and appointees that were affected. Now, meantime, last night, President-elect Trump announced 6 new picks for his administration. Headlining those picks, Kevin Hassett, director of the White House National Economic Council, Jamieson Greer as U.S. Trade Representative, and Dr. Jay Bhattacharya as director of the National Institutes of Health. It should be noted, Molly, that the FBI has released a statement saying that they are aware of these bomb threats and swatting incidents and that they are working with local law enforcement. Molly?
Yeah, the threat.
I don't put much faith in the FBI getting to the bottom of anything. News 12, New York. Police say bomb threat made against NYC property owned by Howard Lutnick, President-elect Trump's nominee for Commerce Secretary, who is leading the charge to get rid of the income tax and institute the tariff plan that Donald Trump has in place. So no doubt a lot of these people are going to be creating enemies. When you talk about gutting the deep state, like Donald Trump's administration is about to do, there's going to be a lot of pissed off bureaucrats with an axe to grind. And of course, we have Joe Biden to blame for this. Remember when Joe Biden said Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundation of our republic. Remember this moment? Yeah, all of these things can be traced back to the hatred and vitriol that was spread directly from the Biden administration. Who will ever forget this?
We must be honest with each other and with ourselves. Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Now, I want to be very clear up front. Not every Republican, not even the majority of Republicans are MAGA Republicans. Not every Republican embraces their extreme ideology. I know, because I've been able to work with these mainstream Republicans.
No, he means establishment shills.
But there's no question that the Republican Party today is dominated, driven, and intimidated by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans. And that is a threat to this country.
Yeah, see, it's a threat it's a threat to them when you hold them accountable. When you say, oh, you took an oath. You took an oath to the Constitution to defend it, right? So follow it. So when you hold them accountable, they consider you a threat. When you uphold the Constitution as the highest law of the land, they call you an extremist. That's the problem we have in the country today. Here's more. Nearly a dozen of Trump's top team targeted with bomb threats at their home. Here's some more news on this.
And that is one legal immigrant in this country. Not true. They're focusing on criminals. So they've been fed so much BS, and that is why this is happening. And the Democratic Party is 100% responsible for these threats. They need to come out and actually speak up. I'd like to hear from Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris loved to talk about the hate against the Palestinians during the war, right? Why doesn't she come out and say, look, anyone out there who's trying to target a Republican, especially someone who is running for office, it is absolutely unacceptable. I guarantee you we will not hear a word from the vice president or the president on this. Well,
it's because Kamala Harris is, she's hungover right now. She really can't go in front of the camera. I mean, she can't even do her job.
Vacationing in Nantucket.
Yeah, such a great point, because we went through this, Doctor, with 2 horrific attempted assassinations of now President-elect Trump. And while at the moment it seemed to foster a call for unity and a tamping down of that rhetoric, it seemed to then just foment once again right after. This is exactly the right time to have the administration come out and say, we do not support this.
The Biden administration constantly said that they were for unity and they wanted to bring Americans together. And so that shouldn't stop just because they lost the election. You guys, glossed over it briefly, talking about the resources that are wasted with these threats. These threats are being made by cowards. But the thing that they're doing is they're un-American, but they're un-American in the sense that the only people who are really getting hurt here our Americans and your citizens are getting hurt here. Each time they call out for those swatting, that's about $10,000 to taxpayers to cover that. Not to mention, we already have longer than normal response times for EMS and emergency services. This week, Thanksgiving week, is one of the busiest weeks in the year for emergency services. So you have people at home having heart attacks and strokes, and they're not going to get their ambulance because you have these cowards at home who are trying to upend our democracy. And this is the true threat to democracy.
I was about to say that. These people are the true threat to democracy. They want to say you are a threat to democracy. Trump is a threat to democracy. Well, these people are the true threat to democracy. They are trying to overthrow the will of the people. Now, there is a serious mandate. Donald Trump, with his number of electoral votes and his mandate from the popular vote, you can't go against that. But you have these factions in the lunatic left and members of the bureaucratic deep state that do not want to relinquish any power. And they will stop at nothing. As we already saw 2 assassination attempts. Let's take a look. It looks like, what is this? ABC,
targeted with serious
CBS,
scare for
whatever, it doesn't matter. It's one of the mainstream BS channels.
12 of President-elect Trump's cabinet nominees who have been targeted with serious threats. And since they're not yet official government officials, they get no Secret Service or Capitol Police protection. Amber Cagliano has the latest.
A dozen Trump cabinet picks have been targeted with death threats, bomb threats, and swatting. The Trump transition team says last night and this morning, several of President Trump's cabinet nominees were targeted in violent, un-American threats to their lives. They call the threats dangerous acts of intimidation and violence.
No one should have to live in fear because they have been asked to serve their country.
The Thanksgiving holiday attacks appear to be orchestrated and well coordinated, targeting homes thousands of miles apart. The nominees are still private citizens, so they don't yet have the protection they would once their nominations are confirmed. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, named the new UN ambassador, says,
yeah, so we got more on this. James Dunn, Matt Gaetz, Lee Zeldin had bomb threats at their homes this morning. This is way worse than grandmas entering the Capitol on January 6th. Matt Gaetz posting a quote tweet to Lee Zeldin. Lee Zeldin wrote, a pipe bomb threat targeting me and my family at our home today was sent in with a pro-Palestinian themed message. My family and I were not home at the time and are safe. We're working with law enforcement to learn more as the situation unfolds. And Matt Gaetz simply writing, same. Charlie Kirk also posting 9 hours ago, the Trump-Vance transition confirms multiple cabinet nominees, administration appointees were targeted last night and this morning with violent bomb threats, while others were swatted. Despicable behavior. Jack Posobiec, urgent notice. The left's playbook against Trump supporters has taken a dark turn. They've escalated from riots and protests to swatting, and let's call it what it is. These are not just pranks. They are death threats aimed at our president-elect Donald Trump's appointees and incoming cabinet members. Here's the harsh truth. Swatting isn't some harmless game. It's a tactic deployed by the radical elements within the left-wing cult that has been emboldened over the years. These incidents are designed to provoke a lethal response from law enforcement. Think about that. A lethal response. A SWAT team raids your house, and one false move and somebody could die. That's the intent. That's what these people want. And he says it's a game of Russian roulette with real bullets. You might remember the 2 assassination attempts on President Trump this year. Those weren't isolated incidents. They're part of a pattern. This swatting spree against Trump's team is cut from the same cloth. The same violent cult mentality, the same hatred, the same refusal to accept reality that drives these acts. They lost. They cannot take it. We spent all day yesterday warning about leftist reprisals. Look at the leftists and their violent rhetoric on blue sky. Targeted harassment is a direct threat to the lives of our leaders. It's not just about disruption. It's about causing harm, potentially fatal, through fear and tactical deceit. Echoes of violence. This is the same playbook. The radicals who thought they could end Trump's life to end his policies. 2 attempts already, and now they're switching tactics, but the intent is the same. The left's war on democracy. When you can't win at the polls, you attack the players. It's a strategy born out of desperation, a belief that their right to power overrides the rule of law and basic human decency. Imagine being an incoming cabinet member or an appointee trying to serve your country, only to have your family awakened by armed police in the dead of night, all because someone decided your political alignment was their personal target. It's not just irresponsible, it's a direct assault on American governance. We must see these swatting incidents for what they are, an extension of the cancel culture that has graduated from social media shaming to physical intimidation. The left has weaponized every tool at their disposal, including law enforcement, to push their agenda. America, this is a wake-up call. We need to protect our public servants, not just for their sake, but for the sake of our democracy, our republic. The left's violent cult mentality has been unchecked for too long. They've gone from words to actions, from protests to swatting, and from that to outright assassination attempts. We need to stand up, speak out, and demand accountability. It's not about politics. It's about preserving the peace and safety that we as Americans deserve. Swatting is not just a crime. It's an act of terrorism when directed at our leaders. Stay vigilant and stay frosty. Yeah. This is what we got to deal with now. Donald Trump Jr. also reacting. The violent left's been calling in bomb threats and swatting incoming members of the Trump administration. Enough is enough, he says, with this type of deranged crap. Remember when Donald Trump Jr., somebody mailed white powder to his house in the first administration? And that was nuts. Fox News, of course, Trump cabinet nominees targeted with violent un-American threats. Lee Zeldin, we read that already. Here is Lori Chavez-DeRemer. Last night, my family and I were targeted with a pipe bomb threat at our Oregon home. Thanks to the quick response of the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office, we were safe. We appreciate their dedication to protecting our community. Yeah. Here's Trey Gowdy on this.
This news of these bomb. Trey, what's your first reaction to hearing about this news of these bomb and swatting threats?
Yeah, it's hard enough to get good women and men to be interested in serving in public life. And then when you add to that credible threats of violence, I know the Trump transition team said that this was violent and it's abhorrent. I would add one more word to it. It's criminal. And the FBI needs to prioritize this, and you better start making arrests. And look, there's this whole fight over encryption, whatever it takes to identify people. You can't hide behind some fake server, some nom de plume. Go find these people that are making threats. It is a federal crime to do what they are doing. So to the FBI, go fix this as soon as possible. Start putting people in jail.
We don't know more than we do know right now about the source of these threats, Trey. The FBI is not sharing anything. It's speculative, but it is important context, I think, to point out that this comes as the Department of Justice is investigating and actually charging Iranian officials with plotting assassination attempts against the former president, the incoming president.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I don't think this is Iranian, okay? I think this is deranged leftists or coordinated by the deep state.
Folks that were senior in his first administration, as well as some sitting senior prominent Democratic officials, could be a foreign threat, could be a domestic threat. We don't know this hour, but it's important to flag that. Do you see any potential ties?
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I got friends, I won't call their names. I can't even hug them when I see them because they're surrounded by a security detail, and they've been out for 4 years now. So the Iranians are certainly part of it. But you and I also recall, Stevie Scalise was not shot by an Iranian. Paul Pelosi was not hammered by an Iranian. So there are also domestic threats. It is the FBI's job to investigate this. These are crimes threatening.
I like that he brought up Steve Scalise. Remember that deranged leftist Bernie Sanders supporter that shot them all up while they were playing softball? Yeah.
Blow up someone's house, threatening to do harm to someone, whether you're a government official or anyone else, it's a federal crime, particularly if you're talking about mail or mail boxes. So the Bureau, whether it's Iranian or whether it's somebody from domestic, to me, I don't really care. Go find them, go prosecute them, and put them in jail as long as you can. It's hard to get people to go into government, Julian. And this, when you start threatening Elite Stephanik's child, when you start threatening John Radcliffe's 2 daughters, please.
Part of me feels like when you couple this with everything you just laid out, it might be that this is the new normal for people who seek higher office in the United States, which is an abhorrent thought, of course, but we have been dealing with this now for years.
Right. And you're not going to get people. You're not going to get the Mike Pompeos of the world, the Lee Zeldins, the Lee Stefanik. You're not going to get the John Lee Ratcliffes. They don't need this. It's a cut and pay for all four of them. So they don't need it. If you want good people, look, you can't stop crazy people. We all get crazy phone calls. Well, maybe you don't, but the rest of us get crazy phone calls. There's a difference between that and an active threat to harm someone or their family. The FBI, for all the stuff they do that's not their jurisdiction, this is your jurisdiction. So go do whatever you need to do to identify it. If it's a foreign threat, let Biden and Trump deal with that. If it's a domestic threat, go figure out who it is and charge them and punish them to the fullest extent of the law, or you're just not going to have good people willing to go through this anymore.
Trey.
Yeah, again, I don't put any faith in the FBI getting to the bottom of any of this. They are a complete failure. Here's CNN covering this as well.
Breaking news coming into CNN. The Trump transition team says several cabinet nominees and other administration appointees faced violent threats overnight. Let's go back to CNN's Steve Contorno, who has the details. So, Steve, what are you learning?
Yeah, Trump's campaign and transition team, I should say, putting out a statement saying that several members of his cabinet and administration, the people he has named so far, were targeted in a, quote, swatting and also bomb threats. Swatting is, of course, when you call in a false crime in hopes to get a police response to someone's home or a specific location. And at this point, we don't know all the administration officials who were involved, though Elise Stefanik, the congresswoman from New York, who is Trump's pick to be the UN ambassador, put out a statement that said that she and her residence was one of the targeted homes. We have also reached out to the campaign for more details, as well as law enforcement officials and the FBI now telling us that they are, quote, aware of numerous bomb threats and swatting incidents targeting incoming administration nominees and appointees. And they're working with their law enforcement partners, and they're taking all of these threats seriously. So this is something that has been happening more and more recently with public officials and politicians, where these swatting threats and bomb threats are being called in, and we are learning that this is now targeting the Trump administration, and we are waiting for more details from both the transition team and from law enforcement. Manu?
Yeah, these swatting incidents happening across the country, incredibly dangerous, of course, and sapping resources from law enforcement and putting people's lives at risk as well. Steve, we'll come back to you if you learn any more information. Thank you for that report.
Yeah. So what else have we got here? We got Lee Zeldin's reaction. Of course, we read that. Caroline Leavitt has the official statement from the Trump Vance transition team. Last night and this morning, several of President Trump's cabinet nominees, administration appointees, targeted in violent un-American threats to their lives and those who live with them. These attacks range from bomb threats to swatting. In response, law enforcement and other authorities acted quickly to ensure the safety of those who were targeted. So the radical left, or the deep state, I would probably lean towards, I don't know. I can't differentiate between the two these days. But if there's anyone to blame, it all comes back to the radical, hateful rhetoric that has been spewed from this Biden-Harris administration from day one. The people that claim they're going to be the party of unity are the same ones that call you garbage and deplorable. And they call Trump a Nazi and a fascist. And they call you a racist because you wear a MAGA hat. Okay? By their own rhetoric, they have justified in the minds of the radical left to carry out these actions. But to consider the scale of these actions, a dozen at the same time. This is a highly coordinated attack. Okay? It's not just like some random leftist lunatic. This is a highly coordinated attack, all done on the same exact day. using similar methods, swatting or bomb threats. Okay? So, given the scope, I'd have to say it could potentially go into an intelligence apparatus or an operation as in an effort to strike fear into these people, into this Trump administration. But guess what, folks? Here, this is what the left and the deep state just can't seem to figure out. That no weapon formed against him shall prosper. Every single attack they've ever done has always only made Trump and his team stronger. Everything. So they can keep trying, and all it does is it proves our point. It emboldens us. It empowers us to say, look at how loony these people are. And it only makes them look worse. So there you have it, folks. While the deep state orchestrates these terror campaigns against Trump's nominees, one thing is becoming crystal clear. They're desperate. They know Trump's return to power means the end of their corrupt reign. But here is the real question I want you to answer in the comments below. Who do you think is really behind these coordinated attacks? The timing, the targets, the tactics, it's all too perfect to be random. What do you think? And speaking of perfect, while you're sharing your thoughts, don't forget to check out our exclusive MAGAvengers collection at the Next News merch shop. Nothing sends a stronger message to the deep state than wearing your patriotism proudly. These limited edition pieces are flying off the shelves faster than Kamala Harris's campaign hopes. All right, folks, let's take a look. What do we got? Any super chats to speak of? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, who's going to be our first super chat? Who's the first super chat? Come on. It's Thanksgiving. Are you thankful for the Next News Network? Are you thankful for the work you do? Drop a super chat and be featured. Who is going to be the first? I don't know. We will soon find out. I have a strong feeling. All right, let's see who else is here in the chat. What are you guys reacting to? Marissa says the CIA. Gretchen says the Democrats are behind it. Mark says Obama. William says it's Nancy P. Karen says it's Diddy. Lynn says it's the FBI, deep state. Chris says NATO is deep state military. William says some moron keeps fires in San Diego County. I don't know. And Sure You is our first super chat. One of our moderators showing his love with a super cactus. Be careful of the super cactus that Sure You wields. Thank you for the $2. All right. Maybe we'll break $10 today. All right. We got some more news to get into. Let's do this. This is a good story. I'm excited for this. Let's get at it. My friends, we're witnessing what could be the most significant challenge to bureaucratic power in American history. Elon Musk's newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, is about to audit the auditors. But this isn't just about spreadsheets and tax forms. When 60.6% of Americans vote to completely delete the IRS, I'm surprised it's only 60%. Well, you know something fundamental has shifted. And now Speaker Johnson hosting Musk and Ramaswamy on Capitol Hill, with Senator Ernst joining the fight, and with Ron Paul advising DOGE, we're looking at a perfect storm that could finally bring the tax man to his knees. And trust me, what we've uncovered will make your blood boil. And you know what's worse than an IRS audit? Having your financial data stolen by hackers. In the past year alone, malware attacks, they've surged by 643%, with the IRS and financial institutions being prime targets. That's why I use VirtualShield Antivirus Pro. It doesn't just protect your devices, it shields your financial data from prying eyes. And right now, during their Black Friday special, you can get up to 75% off plus a 7-day free trial. Don't let hackers access your sensitive information. Visit virtualshield.com/nextnews now and secure your digital life today. Okay, 11 hours ago, Elon Musk, I thought this was wild. Elon Musk put out this poll, and I guess it's hard to see it, but you can see it at the top of that window. 212,540 votes. And it was a 4-item poll. The question: the IRS said it wants $20 billion more money. $20 billion. IRS wants $20 billion more. Do you think its budget should be increased, the same, decreased, or deleted? 6% of those 200,000, they said it should be increased. 4% said same. 30% said decreased, and 61% said deleted. So it's pretty safe to say that the majority of the respondents don't really like the IRS. And speaking of social media kings, we have a spotting here of the Meta CEO, Mark Zuckerberg. That's right, Mark Zuckerberg spotted at Mar-a-Lago. What is the Lizard King doing at Mar-a-Lago? Now, if you ask me, this is what I think. Okay? Because Elon Musk and Trump, they're like buddies now, right? They're just like, they're having this bromance. They're going golfing. They're watching rockets go up. They're talking about all the different parts of government that they're going to dismantle. And Zuckerberg's going, oh man, I wish I could be part of the cool kid club. Oh man. Remember when he did that interview and he's like, yeah, when Trump got shot and he raised his fist, that was the coolest thing. Yeah. Zuckerberg is feeling a little bit left out. So he's like, I got to go down to Mar-a-Lago. I got to go visit with Mr. Trump. I want to be part of the cool kid club. But the problem with Mark Zuckerberg is that Facebook is still a censorship machine. Okay, our Next News Network Facebook page, I still can't post a video to that. I don't know what the hell's going on over there with that freaking page. Facebook just basically sucks. It sucks. All right, I spend most of my time on X. That's where I get all my news, my information, my interaction with the real people, get the real truth. On Facebook, everything is censored, downranked, shadow banned, covered, fact-checked. It's just a cesspool of shit. Okay? And it's all because of Mark Zuckerberg's leadership. Well, now he's going to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring. So this is great. Okay, so all this talk about the IRS, I woke up to this morning. I'm like, what? The IRS is on the table? The IRS is in the news wires today? Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this. Elon Musk, Alex Tourville, the IRS is getting audited by the Doge. And Elon Musk just says, gonna happen. The auditors are about to get audited. That is going to be a beautiful thing. And then 9 hours ago, Elon Musk says simplifying the tax code will increase productivity instead of incentivizing bizarre tax avoidance behavior. Oh yeah, classify this, move this to column X and this to column Z, and reclassify this as this and this and blah 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 blah. Put it in box 22-3 and what the yeah, dude. Filing taxes is the most ridiculous thing. And then you got to sign it under penalty of perjury, which in itself is a violation of your rights. Okay? Mario Nafal, Western tax codes ranked. How does Sweden do in its 100 pages? The UK tax code is so long, 17,000 plus pages. You need a lifetime. A lifetime and a ship of tea to read it. The U.S. tax code is a whopping 6,800 pages, longer than Marcel Proust in Search of Lost Time, the longest book ever written, at 4,200 pages. Elon Musk's crazy idea, let's simplify the tax code. Well, Sweden did it with 100 pages. So here is the international ranking by taxes. UK, 17,000 plus. United States, 6,800. Australia, 5,000. Canada, 3,000. Germany, 1,700. France, 15, Spain, 1,000, Italy, 800, Netherlands, 400, Sweden, 100. It's time for everyone else to ditch the madness and go full Sweden. How about we just ditch it all? How about we just throw the whole damn thing out the window? Okay? Just abolish the IRS and you have 0 pages to deal with. Okay? That's where I stand. And thankfully, we have Speaker Mike Johnson looking forward to hosting Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy on Capitol Hill to discuss major reform ideas to achieve regulatory rescissions, administrative reductions, and cost savings, and revive the principle of limited government. Real Donald Trump has made this possible. This is the official announcement from Speaker Mike Johnson. Republican House and Senate members. I mean, that's the logo of the Doge. That is the logo that Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, put. Save the date. An important discussion with Elon and Vivek, December 5th, 2024. Time and location details will be sent separately. Is this really going to be like the logo of the Doge? Department of Government Efficiency. A Shiba dog. Oh man. I love this administration so much. Joni Ernst, reporting for Doge duty. For the last decade, I've been sounding the alarm on waste, fraud, and abuse, and I'm thrilled to build off this work with Elon and Vivek. Let's make them squeal. Let's hear what Fox had to say on this.
Conduct interview. The Help Wanted sign is up at Doge. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy's teams are screening candidates with backgrounds in politics, law, and technology interested in joining the Department of Government Efficiency. The presidential panel is aimed at eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government. Fox is told in later rounds the pair will personally conduct interviews.
There's a lot right there that we can do immediately on day one.
In the meantime, Senator Joni Ernst is leading the Senate Doge caucus. She hand-delivered to President-elect Trump a list of areas where the panel could make $1 trillion in cuts to federal spending.
Wow.
It includes consolidating government building office space, since so much of it is sitting vacant, collecting taxes from IRS employees and contractors who have overdue balances, clawing back pandemic relief money that went to crooks, and ending funding for what Ernst calls silly science projects such as this study, which put shrimp on a tiny treadmill.
This is the low-hanging fruit that we can hand right over to Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk.
The Help Wanted.
Let's go, baby. Let's cut it all and start with the IRS. Even the New York Post covering it. Elon Musk asked if the IRS should be deleted after agency begs for $20 billion. And here is, remember Ron Paul? Yeah, he is part of the Doge. Remember when he was asked by Elon Musk to advise the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency. He's been calling to obliterate the IRS, CIA, and FBI in the Federal Reserve decades ago. And I am proud to say that I ran the first super PAC for Congressman Paul in 2012, which led to the birth of the Next News Network. Let's go back and have a little flashback moment of the good doctor.
Both taxes and spending. You say that you would eliminate the IRS, the CIA, the Federal Reserve, the Department of Homeland Security, Medicare. I know that you used to want to end the FBI. I'm not sure whether you still support that idea, sir. Perhaps you can tell us. But if you get rid of the CIA, let alone the FBI, how would President Paul have any idea, any intelligence of what our enemies, foreign and domestic, are up to?
Well, you might ask a better question. Before 9/11, we were spending $40 billion a year, and the FBI was producing numerous information about people being trained on airplanes to fly them but not land them, and they totally ignored them. So it's the inefficiency of the bureaucracy that is the problem. So increasing this with the Department of Homeland Security and spending more money doesn't solve the problem. Yes, we have every right in the world to know something about intelligence gathering, but we have to have intelligent people interpreting this information. But, you know, just going for increasing presidential powers, as been discussed, is rather disturbing to me. This whole idea that we're supposed to sacrifice liberty for security, we were advised against that. Don't we remember that when you sacrifice liberty for security, you lose both? That's what's happening in this country today. We have a national ID card on our doorsteps. It's being implemented right now. We have FISA courts. We have warrantless searches. We've lost habeas corpus. We've had secret prisons around the world, and we have torture going on. That's un-American, and we need to use the power of the presidency to get it back in order to take care of us and protect this country and our liberties.
Thank you, Congressman. Let's see what
Thank you, Congressman Paul. Yes. The fact that this man is going to be helping Elon and Vivek, it is an answer to decades of prayer. Thank you, Jesus. But, okay, we got a couple more things to get to with respect to the Doge, but I want to take you on another little journey about the Internal Revenue Service. Many of you don't know my connection to Aaron Russo, my connection to a film called America, Freedom to Fascism. That film put Ron Paul on the map nationally and gave birth to his 2008 presidential campaign, gave birth to the 2012 presidential campaign, and then gave birth to the next news network. Of course, put Rand Paul in the Senate, put Donald Trump in the White House. But how did we get there? How did we get to all these points? Well, it was because of the work of one man named Aaron Russo and his film that exposes the IRS for what it really is. I'm going to play you a clip, and your mind is about to be blown. Write this down. If you haven't seen it yet, write it down. America, Freedom to Fascism. It is on YouTube. You can watch the full movie, and this is just a segment from the film.
And did the research. There is no law, and to date, nobody has been able to show that there is a law for the average American citizen working day in and day out to pay an income tax.
But We the People Foundation for Constitutional Education put a full-page ad in the USA Today on July 7th, 2000. And within the body of that ad was a $50,000 challenge for anyone that could show the law. And to me, $50,000 is a lot of money. So I went after that and did the research based on the fact that I thought, let's put this baby to bed. I'm hearing all these rumors. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'll answer these people's questions that are asking me, and then I'll win this $50,000. And, based on the research that I did throughout the year 2000 and that I'm still doing, I have not found that law. I've asked Congress. We've asked a lot of people in the IRS commissioners, helpers. They can't answer, because if they answer, the American people are going to know that this whole thing is a fraud.
There is no law. There is no law that requires the average American worker in the private sector to pay a direct, unapportioned tax on their labor and compensation for services. There is no law.
I really expected that, of course, there's a law that you can point to in the law book, the code, that requires you to file a tax return. Of course there is. Maybe I don't know what it is right then as he was speaking to me, but sure. So naively, I agreed to go off and research it and get back to him. 3.5 months later, I was at that point where I couldn't find the statute that clearly made a person liable, at least not me and most people I know. And I had no choice in my mind except to resign.
I had to leave the IRS because I presented evidence that I had accumulated indicating that the agency was violating the law and violating people's rights. And I asked the agency for a response to my sincere concerns. And the answer I got was that they would not respond to my concerns and that they would provide me with the paperwork necessary to tender my resignation.
You can look through the statutes and look for the law that requires you to pay. And when you do that, you can't identify a law that requires the average person in America who earns a wage and works in private business to pay an income tax.
American citizens, along with the foundation, have been asking the IRS to specifically provide them with the underlying legal foundation upon which they administer and enforce the personal income tax laws in our country.
At the national level, when people would attempt to contact somebody of a much higher authority, say the commissioner, same kind of thing. They would get answers that were in effect non-answers.
You have to understand that an agency which will unlawfully impose a tax that doesn't exist is not going to care. If we, the people, don't know what our rights are, they're not going to tell us.
If Americans just learned that the IRS was actually knowingly deceiving them, that would be enough for them to rise up and put a stop to it.
100% of what is collected is absorbed solely by interest on the federal debt.
All individual income tax revenues are gone before 1 nickel is spent on the services taxpayers expect from government. People have been told, that you need this income tax system to fund government, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, my question is, well, if that's true, how did we fund government from 1776 to 1913?
The main purpose of the income tax is not to raise revenue, but to redistribute wealth and to control society.
A lot of people might say, well, gee, if there wasn't an income tax, what would happen to education? They don't understand that education is paid for the most part, out of state and local taxes, your property tax. People might say, well, how are we going to build and maintain our highways? If there's no money coming into the government, we need our highways. There is a tax on every gallon of gasoline that people buy. Proceeds from the income tax do not pay for highway construction.
I believe that in both spirit and substance, our tax system has come to be un-American. Death and taxes may be inevitable, but unjust taxes are not.
This small booklet includes the Constitution of the United States, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. This is a document that every citizen should read. It's a document which freed an entire nation. This is the Internal Revenue Code, and this document and the unlawful application of this document by the Internal Revenue Service has enslaved the nation that this document attempted to free.
America, freedom to fascism. Write it down, watch it, memorize it, share it, send it to Elon Musk, because right now, what they are about to do is long overdue. Now, the numbers don't lie, folks. Nearly $50 million in unpaid taxes from IRS employees themselves. That's right. Over $1.5 billion owed by government workers across agencies. The hypocrisy is staggering. But here's what I want you to think about and drop your answer in the comments. If the IRS can't even make its own employees pay their taxes, what gives them the right to audit yours? While you're contemplating the bombshell, don't forget to gear up for the revolution with our exclusive Mag Avengers collection. Our new design is flying off the shelves at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Link below, because nothing says I'm watching the Watchers like rocking our latest gear while thinking about filing your taxes. All right, folks, we got a lot of super chats that just came in. Holy cow, it was like a flurry of super chats. Peter Ramirez dropping 10 bucks. He says, it's the deep state, whoever that is now. Scooby Dragon says, dropping $2. He says, howdy, people. Have a good Thanksgiving, everyone. For Ranger Xbox says, email sent to you, subject, help, phone number, and details. Yes, I got your letter regarding what happened with the Veterans Administration. I'm sorry. I don't know if there's anything I can really do. I mean, they're making a claim. You're making a claim. I don't know what more I can do to help you. I apologize. Aaron Autry, he says, $50. Holy cow. He says, these bomb threats and swatting, same tactics of the group that was formed by the Democrat Party when the Republican Party was formed and the freedom slaves became politicians and freedom men, Antifa, blank, blank, mafia, neocons, far leftist commies, foreign actors, donors. Wow, another one. Aaron Autry dropping $5. And he says, let's reset the entire Fed back to default factory setting. Yes, Control-Alt-Delete. I'm trash, brah. And he says, meanwhile, Kamala is unbourboned by what has gin. Ha, 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 yeah. Kamala Harris, she's having a rough one there. And then we got Muddy Falcon. And he says, .gov site to allocate your taxes where you want them to go, including mandated taxes, congressionalize the public with legislative power through web interface, including the 160 million taxpayers into the solution, and done. No, just get rid of it. Just get rid of the whole IRS altogether. And then we have Aaron Autry dropping 20. I'm so sick and tired of the dangerous, violent hate speech rhetoric from the leftist American freedom-hating domestic terrorist Democrat politicians that prohibited, spun this tripe and projected their sins against us. Yeah, we are all sick of it. We are all sick of it. Okay, thank you guys for those super chats. Absolutely keeping this show going. We are right now, we're at $112. Last night, we broke 200. Can we do it again? Can we break another 200? Can I finish this show and go tell my wife, Angie, we made $200 in super chats. Yeah, we're gonna have a great Christmas. Yeah. No, if you guys can do that, help us break that. That'd be super awesome, and really supports our family, supports our endeavors here, and helps us keep Brian employed. Right? You guys want to keep Brian employed, don't you? Okay, let's get into our third subject of the night. Already a quote tweet has been deleted. That's too bad. Okay. But let's see. All this talk today about daylight savings time. Okay. What if I told you that one of Donald Trump's first acts upon returning to office could fundamentally change how you experience every single day of your life? The decades-old practice of changing our clocks twice a year, a system that disrupts sleep patterns, increases heart attacks, and costs our economy billions, is about to meet its match. With overwhelming support from Elon Musk, Rick Scott's Sunshine Protection Act, and a groundswell of public demand, we're on the verge of a time revolution. And tonight we have exclusive details about how Trump plans to lock the clock and free Americans from the biannual madness once and for all. Now, as time marches on, your body doesn't have to show it. Scientists have discovered that after age 20, your collagen production drops dramatically, and that's why you feel tired, you look older, and struggle with seasonal changes. But here's the game changer. BioTrust Revolutionary Collagen Formula combines all 5 essential types that your body needs. At healthwithgary.com, you can get 51% off this breakthrough supplement that's helping thousands reclaim their youth and energy. Don't let time win. Click the link below or visit healthwithgary.com. Your body will thank you. Okay, so this was not on my bingo card today. The trending topic of daylight savings time. Now, I can tell you this, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. That we have to change our clocks twice a year. And it's like, you have to readjust, and then it gets dark earlier, and you're out there driving your car, and all of a sudden it's like, what's going on? Everyone's headlights are in your face. It just seems like it's just darker. It's gloomier. Winters just seem colder out here in Illinois. But things are changing. Things are changing. Tommy Tuberville on November 3rd. He said, today marks the end of daylight savings time as we fall back and move our clocks back an hour. That means 1 less hour of daylight in the evening, longer nights, and a rise in seasonal affective disorder. Enough is enough. It's time to lock the clock. Now, if Senator Tuberville can get this through Congress, it will end up on Donald Trump's desk. Now, I remember covering this a couple years ago. This was a big topic, and we were like, yeah, it's finally going to happen. And it didn't. Joe Biden just let it languish, and nothing was ever done. But now we have a real chance to finally put an end to this. Now you may be asking yourself, well, who cares? This doesn't seem like real news. Why are you spending your time on this? How is this going to make us more free? You know what? Here's what I got to say. It is disruptive to everybody in this entire country. It is a bane of our existence. And it's time. We are all bound by the seconds. We wear watches. We set alarm clocks. But then we got to change the clocks? I hate it. Anyway, let's see what Tuberville had to say back in when we had to change the clocks.
Hello, Coach Tuberville here. You know, ever since I came to D.C., one of the most important things I hear about from Alabamians is making daylight savings time permanent. What an idea. Like many Americans, Alabamians are tired of picking up their kids from school in the dark during the winter months. We are tired of changing our clocks twice a year. We want consistency. That's why I have joined Senator Marco Rubio and a bipartisan group of colleagues in introducing the Sunshine Protection Act. Our bill would make daylight savings time permanent at the federal level. 19 states, including Alabama, have already passed legislation to make daylight savings time permanent. All they need is Congress to pass a law before theirs can go into effect. Studies have proven that daylight savings time has many significant health benefits. The extra daylight in the evening can encourage people to be more active, spend more time outdoors, which can lead to better health and well-being. Reduced levels of sunlight are known to disrupt body's internal clock, which regulates sleep and alertness. It is no wonder that cases of seasonal affective disorder are much more common in the winter than in the summer months. Daylight savings time should be a thing of the past. It's time for America to move forward and stop falling back. I'm going to continue my work to make daylight savings time permanent once and for all.
Let's go. Let's make it happen. Yes, this was back in March of 2020. Donald Trump Jr. said, yes, daylight savings time all the time. Let's go back to Marco Rubio. When he quote tweeted that, he said, I prefer daylight savings over standard, but in the end, what we really want is to end the stupid twice-a-year time shift.
Call your member. So we're about to do one of the stupidest things we do every single year, and that is have to move our clock forward and move our clock back. It makes no sense. There's no reason to keep doing it. It's time to go permanent daylight savings and end this once and for all. We have a bill to do that. Let's see if we can get it done this year. This is stupid. I'm not looking forward to Sunday. We're going to lose an hour of sleep. Everybody's going to be upset. It's just dumb. There's no reason to keep doing it. So I was just reminded of that this morning. So remember, call your member of Congress, your senator, and tell them to stop this changing of the time and lock the clock. And let's just keep daylight savings all year round so we can have plenty of time in the evenings to go out and do whatever we want.
Bingo. Okay, November 16th. No administration has been able to push this through before, but I believe the Trump administration can make it happen. We need to end daylight savings time. There's not enough bourbon. Daylight savings time is a living hell for parents. And this was kind of funny that Gutfeld put out.
You could. If daylight savings becomes permanent, imagine all the things you could do with that extra hour of sunlight. You could go for a run after work, take your dog to the park, volunteer at the nursing home,
or find the best outdoor happy hour, get loaded on martinis, and throw up on a stranger.
With that extra hour, you can indulge your birdwatching hobby, mow your lawn at sunset, meet an old friend for coffee,
or pass out in the park after drinking at the best outdoor happy hour, and go to work in yesterday's clothes, stinking of old cigarettes and dog shit.
With another hour of sunlight, you could catch Junior's Little League game, give the garage a thorough cleaning, take a yoga class in the park,
or buy a case of beer and sit on the porch and drink until you're screaming your ex-wife's name into a pillow, dampened by your own tears.
So get ready for permanent daylight savings. It's a victory for everyone,
but mostly alcoholics.
Oh, you gotta laugh. Ed Pauley, winter bill 9 hours ago. Daylight savings time is outdated, needs to be abolished. No more falling back and springing forward. Studies have been done. It's a net negative on our country, and I hate it. Quote tweeting Bella Cowgirl, getting rid of daylight savings time will make us healthier and would probably boost the economy with more daylight in the evenings to do things. And then here are some of the points that they make. Reduce crime. Studies suggest that additional evening light reduces crime rates, particularly after work hours when people are more likely to be out and about. Road safety, like I was just talking about. Driving at night, I hate it. There's a belief that more daylight in the evening hours can reduce traffic accidents by improving visibility during rush hour. Health and well-being. Outdoor activity with more evening light. People are more likely to engage in outdoor physical activities, potentially leading to health benefits. This can be particularly beneficial for children and adults who work typical 9-to-5 schedules. Vitamin D. Exposure to sunlight helps in the synthesis of vitamin D, which is important for bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. Margot Cleveland posted this. Final electoral map if Trump promised to end daylight savings time. He would win every single state, right? Of course, Coach Tommy Tuberville is all in. And again, this is Donald Trump Jr. just 6 hours ago. He says, leave it, daylight savings times always. 11 hours ago, Elon Musk chiming in. Looks like the people want to abolish the annoying time changes. He was quote tweeting James Stephenson, all I want for my birthday is the abolishment of daylight savings time. Mike Lee, 9 hours ago, would you like to end semi-annual time changes? Yes, we would. Vivek Ramaswamy even weighing in. It's inefficient and easy to change. Wall Street apes. Daylight savings time is so stupid in today's world. It should have been ended a long time ago. Sassafras, 84. I agree with this. I hate that it gets so dark out at 5 p.m. Not woke, awake. We want to keep daylight savings time year-round so it isn't dark at 4 p.m. I think people are confused. Okay, now look at this. This is an account that has been weighing in on the topic. Save standard time. Now, here's what they say. Permanent DST would keep it dark until 9 a.m. They argue humans need morning sunlight to function, and we need a permanent standard time. So they are arguing for permanent standard time. And then they have this chart showing different locations around the United States, showing what it looks like at 8 a.m. daylight savings time and 8 a.m. at standard time. Now, they argue that if you're waking up at 8 a.m. and it's still dark, your circadian rhythm is thrown off, you're driving your kids to school and it's still dark, and it's not healthy. That's their argument. But everyone else's argument is saying they want it to be lighter, longer in the day when you have your higher productivity times after work. I mean, don't you hate it when you come home from work or you picked up your kids from school and it's already dark out because of stupid time change? I mean, their argument is to reject permanent daylight savings time and restore permanent standard time. And they've got a very strong argument to their case. But I disagree. They're pushing back on Senator Brophy. Clock change acutely harms. Daylight savings time chronically harms. Permanent standard time is best for health, safety, education, and economy. Permanent daylight savings time could lead to chronic sleep loss, they argue. The health impacts all come from a singular act of moving the clocks ahead. If it goes away, we stop the nonsense of changing. No! They even say, permanent DST is not maha. It would put sunrise past 8 a.m. for 3 months in most states. School children, outdoor laborers, and commuters need permanent standard time, morning light, and circadian alignment. So they were quote tweeting Donald Trump Jr. So there's a lot of back and forth on this today. Did not expect this today. DST misaligns clocks to force early waking in darkness. Permanent standard time is naturally best for health, mood, safety, education, and economy. Tell lawmakers. And of course, they present these different charts to make their case. Permanent standard time is best aligned with human circadian biology. I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think that we need to, make it so that it's brighter out, that the sun sets later in the day, the days are longer. That's where I stand. Now, again, I did not expect this to be in the news cycle today, but it certainly ended up dominating it. But with so many high-profile figures weighing in, I mean, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Donald Trump Jr. all weighing in. Okay, well, I guess it's on the table then. Maybe Doge is gonna chop the clock too. But with Tuberville's bill that is in play, and the support that it has, and with having control of the Senate, control of the House, and the executive branch, maybe, just maybe, Donald Trump will lock the clock for all of us. So the science is clear. The people have spoken, and let's just hope that Trump is ready to act. No more falling back, no more springing forward, no more disrupting the natural rhythms of American life. But here's the question that's dividing even our strongest supporters, and I want your take in the comments. Should we stick with permanent standard time or permanent daylight savings time? Your answer could shape the future of this historic reform. Remember, Donald Trump watches this show. He's going to read your comments. And speaking of historic movements, our MAGA Avengers collection has dropped. Our limited edition design at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com is a perfect way to show you're done with government controlling your time, because nothing says make America great again like taking back control of your daily life. All right, folks. Wow. Look at all these super chats. We are $20 away from $18 away from cracking the $200 mark. Holy cow. Brian, they can't hear you. It's a one-sided conversation when you do that. You know that. Brian is arguing that split the difference at 30 minutes. But I mean, that's even more confusing if you ask me. Okay. Let's see. Heather Reeve dropping $20. No comment, just a 20 spot. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for that. Joan Smith, $9.99. Sunglasses. Looks like a super sticker. Sunglasses perpetually fall into a video game controller's proud face. Liberty Bell Lyric, $5. She says she has the theater version of that. Liberty Bell. You must be talking about American freedom to fascism. Yes, there's very few people who possess the theatrical version of that. And I have one, actually, hanging on my wall. F. Joe Biden, $5 in the tank today. And he says, how do I sue the government for strong-arm robbery? I believe that's a felony in almost all 50 states. I don't know. Call a lawyer, I guess. Let's see. We got, and thank you for the 5. And Sir Claw just drops $4.99. Thank you for that. Holy cow. Whoa. Tim T. Wait. Sir Claw says, wish we could have woke people season like we do a deer season. Oh, man, that's kind of rough, don't you think? Ew. Tim T dropping $50 in the kitty. Merry Christmas to the Franchi family. Thank you, Tim T. I cannot wait to tell my wife about all the super chats that came in today. It's always a very exciting moment when I finish a show and I'm like, honey, you won't believe it. We got over $200 in super chats today. Memester Godboy, $20 super chat. Fan character bouncing in the heart-shaped ponytail with stars in their eyes. Super sticker. Thank you for that. Memestar Godboy. Lone Star Gemini. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yes. God bless us, everyone. Okay, we're at 257 now. Can we break 300? Are we going to break 300 tonight? Am I gonna finish this show tonight and I'm gonna go back to Angie, be like, Angie, we cracked 300. It wasn't 200. Last night was 200. Tonight was 300. And then we can sit around the Thanksgiving dinner table and give thanks for all you guys. We do it all day, all the time. We do that for you guys. We love you guys so much. Okay. Oh, this is rough. This is so rough. Let's get to it. Poor Kamala. And now we uncover the stunning truth behind the most expensive political failure in American history. Kamala Harris's campaign burned through $1.5 billion, yes, billion with a B, only to face the most lopsided defeat in modern presidential politics. But here is what's truly shocking. Her own senior advisor, David Plouffe, just admitted that their internal polls never showed her ahead, not one. Meanwhile, liberal donors are realizing they've been had. Campaign staffers are turning to GoFundMe for basic expenses, and supporters are literally screaming at Lake Michigan. Yeah, you can't make this up. And wait till you see the footage that we've obtained. Oh yeah, they decided to record themselves and post it online. And when Chuck Norris talks about resilience, people listen, and for good reason. At 83, he's outlasted countless politicians and continues to stand strong while others crumble. What's his secret? A revolutionary approach to mental and physical strength that's helped thousands of Americans stay sharp and energized in these chaotic times. Don't let the stress of politics wear you down. Visit chuckdefense.com/next to watch Chuck's exclusive video and discover how you can maintain your edge when others are losing theirs. Click the link in the description. Your future self will thank you. Okay, let's take a look here. Now, the memes are strong with this one. They certainly are. Now, Kamala Harris, you may have seen it. She posted a video. She clearly looked intoxicated when she published it. But now somebody has made, I've seen a lot of different memes. I even posted one myself on our X page. But I've now seen the meme of memes. This one rises above them all. This is an Oscar-worthy transformation of Kamala Harris, and it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know how they did it. It's clearly AI. I have to put that little disclaimer in there so that, Snopes doesn't, take this video and go, Francie Next News Network is claiming that Kamala Harris is drinking and blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, here it is.
Friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to. But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did.
You're gonna die, Trump! You think that's funny?
Oh, man. Oh, that is the greatest meme I have ever seen. Dr. Clown PhD, you deserve the Presidential Medal of Freedom put upon you by Donald Trump himself. Oh, and it only gets worse from here. Oh, yes, the transformation of Kamala Harris is complete, from smiling VP to what WTF happened, how it started, and how it's going. Yeah, it's really bad. And here we have Bill Mitchell posting 7 hours ago. A major Democrat donor says the way Kamala wasted donor money disqualifies her from ever holding public office. Listen in.
Remember this. John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Well, maybe legally. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in. Remember this, Chris. It wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump. And a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America. And that would be the argument just day one. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people. And I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this and who got paid that. Same thing is going to follow Harris for the rest of her career. She cannot be trusted with the money.
She cannot be trusted with the money. The biggest donors are now turning their back. Charlie Kirk posting, if as Kamala delivers a message to her dejected supporters, bragging about how they raised nearly $1.5 billion for her failed campaign. David Plouffe finally admits the campaign's internal polling never had Harris ahead of Trump. It was all a giant scam.
And it means so much to me and to Governor Walz that you knocked on doors, you called friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. You put in the time. It was personal for you. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion. The work must continue of reminding ourselves that we have an ability to stay engaged in a way that will make a difference. The work that you all did, it's going to have lasting effect. The election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to.
Okay, whatever, Kamala. We don't need to keep listening to you. And then we have this primal rage. So this happened. Liberals decided to get together and scream at Lake Michigan as a way to release their anger over Donald Trump stomping Kamala Harris in the 2024 presidential campaign. The primal scream, Saturday, 9 a.m., Claude Park on the beach. Tell everybody. Tell everyone. And someone's like, well, maybe we could do it in the evening, too, for those who are having a hard time dragging ourselves out of bed in the morning with this devastating news. Yeah, let's get our frustration out collectively, screaming to ease the sadness and to come together and move forward as a community. I'm still in D.C. through Sunday, but I'll scream into a pillow from where I am. Oh, but here we go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, screaming at Lake Michigan. That's how they're coping. Now, we covered this the other day. I figured we might as well check in on that GoFundMe. Democrats should be ashamed. They don't care about their own staff. This is the DNC Staff Union Layoff Relief Fund. Last time we were there, it was about 17,000. They were looking to raise about 25. Let's see where they're at. Have they? Oh, 18,000. They've only raised an additional like $1,000 for the DNC Staff Union Layoff Relief Fund. Oh my goodness. That is embarrassing. That tells you that nobody cares. That people are tapped out. They're not going to give to these people. They failed them once, and there is no more faith in anything that they can accomplish. But the good news is that the Commanders are now in talks to bring back the Redskins. Yeah, that's a huge win.
Native American. We were calling out leaders on a case of really woke gone wrong. The irony that they were canceling Native American culture as the DEI movement went way too far. Look, this is honoring a Blackfeet chief who was born in Montana. He's highly esteemed. The Blackfeet tribe of Montana, their current chairman and the tribal council signed a letter in strong support to bring the logo back. It honors Indian country. So we've had good discussions with the NFL and with the Commanders. There's good faith negotiations going forward that's going to allow this logo to be used again. Perhaps revenues going to a foundation that could help Native Americans in sports and so forth. We're making good progress. And based on the good faith negotiations, I made the decision to support this bill yesterday in the committee.
I know that they put a plaque up at Northwest Stadium honoring Wetzel and the logo. It'd be great to see it back on the helmets again. Senator, thanks so much for...
Yeah, so I mean, woke culture is dying. Kamala Harris is flailing. People are screaming at Lake Michigan. Douglas Mackey posting this. So Harris never led in her internal poll. She knew she was losing and yet still didn't do an interview for 6 weeks after she got the nomination. So they basically didn't even try to win. Was the Harris campaign just one big cash grab by the Democrat operatives and consultants? It sure seems that way. By propping up all this false hope and claiming they're going to do all these things. And all they did was just distribute the funds across all their buddies. I mean, how much did Oprah's team get? How much did Al Sharpton's team get? I mean, they paid for that one interview she gave with the podcast, to Call Her Daddy podcast. They converted a hotel suite. They spent $100,000 to convert a hotel suite into a podcast studio. Because Kamala would not go to where that podcaster was recording. $100,000 to convert a hotel suite for a one-time use. That is absolute waste. Yes, all this different footage. Here's more footage of the liberal white women screaming at Lake Michigan to cope with Donald Trump's win. This is mental illness. Oh, and Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, he just gave a brutal reality check on why Kamala Harris lost in a landslide. Vigilant Fox says this is the harshest critique ever heard on CNN. Listen.
The root of this mistake actually came very early on. They didn't run a process. They made an excuse of $317 million in the kitty. They kept the same campaign manager and said, we will anoint this faulted, broken candidate who was inconsequential in her vice presidency, lost in 2019, as you detailed, complete loser in 2020, never could articulate anything, had no compassion for people. And her own advocates, let's not forget this. I remember the minute this happened, I was in Europe. She went on to The View. All those women wanted her to win. They threw her a softball. They threw her a second softball. She was so weak as a candidate, she couldn't even answer that she would do something different. It ricocheted around the world. She was finished.
Well, let me
They will never do that again.
That was the nail in the coffin when she went on The View. What would you do differently? Nothing comes to mind. I mean, you have the entire View audience who are all rabid left-wing women in their houses watching The View, watching the hens cluck around that table. You have a captive audience, Kamala, and nothing comes to mind. Just shows that you can't even sell yourself to your own audience. That's why you failed. That's why donors won't donate to this GoFundMe. That's why your biggest donors are turning their back on you. That's why people are questioning $1.4, $1.5 billion. Was it just a big cash grab? I mean, the fact that she would post that video, and here it is. Okay, this is the video posted 13 hours ago. Kamala's senior advisor, David Plouffe, admitting the media polls that had Kamala ahead were all wrong. The internals never had her winning.
I mean, it was just basic. When we got in, my recollection is some of that snapped back, but we were behind. I mean, I think it surprised people because there was these public polls that came out in late September, early October, showing us with leads that we never saw. I mean, it was just basically a race that in the battlegrounds was 46-47, 47-48. So that's not where we started. We started behind. She was able to climb out. I think even after the debate, we might have gained, 0.51. It wasn't a race that moved a lot. And so I think when you think about our own internal analytics, if you have Wisconsin at 47-47, or Pennsylvania 48-47 Trump, let's say, which I think is where we had it at the end, you've got to have undecideds break your way more than your opponents, and you've got to get a little benefit from turnout, which we weren't able to do. When we got
benefit from turnout, which we weren't able to do. Yeah. And their own internal polling was a fraud that they never released to the public because they knew they were losing, and they can't just keep saying we're losing. Now, you can fundraise if you are behind, saying, hey, we're behind, we're 2 points behind, we need to fundraise, we need to raise more money, we need to run more ads. But still, it was the whole thing was a fraud. Other good news to report, it's official. Jack Smith's appeal of Judge Cannon's order dropping the documents case against President Trump is dismissed. Yep, Jack Smith's appeal has been dismissed. Bye-bye. Tim Murtaugh. If Donald Trump had not run for president again, the legal cases against him would have never been filed. Everyone knows it's true. So Jack Smith wanted the trial before the election because he feared the verdict of the American people. What kind of prosecutor is that?
The case itself is as if he was hedging against a Trump win, that, well, if I can't get him in court, I'm going to try to get him in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what it is. It's kind of a microcosm of the entire case generally, isn't it? Because I think the case itself was election interference, as I said just a couple of minutes ago. It never would have been brought if Donald Trump had not announced that he was running for president for a third time. And the fact that he is releasing all that information that he considered damning, which was actually just a rehashing of all the stuff that had already been dragged out through the public already, it was an obvious attempt to try to influence the upcoming election because he wasn't going to get the trial that he wanted before Election Day. And no doubt he did fear that Trump was actually going to win. And that means that he feared the verdict of the American people. What sort of a prosecutor is that when you actually fear the verdict of the voters of this country? That's clearly what Jack Smith was up to. And it's good to see.
I mean, how is it possibly fair to trickle out this information for what would clearly seem to be political purposes?
I would never, ever, for 1 minute, make the case that it was fair. I think everything that he did in this case from the very beginning was unfair. It was from the beginning of the method of his appointment. Well, a lot of people would argue that he was unconstitutionally appointed to that position, and he should not be the one bringing the charges, should not have brought the charges. None of this. I went and testified. Imagine the dozens of people who got dragged through this, had to hire lawyers to go sit in front of Jack Smith, all because he had a political vendetta against Donald Trump, and it has come to this. It's being dropped because Donald Trump won the verdict of the American people, not Jack Smith.
Okay, well, based on...
Suck it. Suck it, Jack. Suck it. Okay, and we've got this now. We're finding that a 2-story statue of Donald Trump with his fist in the air is now being created. You could take a look at some of these visuals. Absolutely amazing. I'm not sure where this is going to go, but it is something amazing. Comfortably Smug posting this. In the weeks after Election Day, one of the biggest donors of the Democrat Party, the LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman, has considered what once would have been unthinkable for a billionaire who often talks about his patriotism, leaving the United States. Now, there was actually a clip. Do I have that clip? I don't have that clip. But it was Elon Musk talking with Tucker Carlson about Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman used to work for Elon Musk when Elon Musk owned PayPal. And Elon Musk said that this guy, Hoffman, along with Gaetz, is very, very worried about his name being disclosed on a certain list of someone who didn't do something to himself. You know what I'm saying? So now he's thinking about leaving the United States. I wonder why. Oh, no, it's not because of Donald Trump winning. It's because Pam Bondi has said she's going to release the list of the person who didn't do something to himself. Mr. Hoffman, who spent hundreds of millions of dollars on politics over the last few years, has told friends and allies he's weighing a move overseas, according to 3 people with knowledge of the talks who insisted on anonymity to discuss the matter. So Reid Hoffman looks like he's about to get out of Dodge before some lists are made public. But you can't hide forever. And we got this. Kamala Harris campaign staffer making the admission that Trump outplayed them in social media and cultural perception. Well, we'll watch this clip, but here's what I think. It wasn't just Trump that outplayed him. He had an army. He had the Dilly Meme team. He had the Next News Network. He had all these people on X pushing the truth to the American people. Elon Musk breaking down the barrier making X a free speech platform once again, allowing the free flow of information and ideas. And the best ideas always rise to the top. So the social media game was you. It wasn't just Trump. It was the idea. Ideas are bulletproof. Let's watch.
Trump never stopped. Trump, obviously it's important to him that he portray this very masculine, strong figure. And so how does that show up for people? It shows up at UFC fights. It shows up with Dana White speaking at the convention. It shows up with the kind of podcasts that he's doing. It shows up in his rhetoric. And he's constantly picking a fight and showing that he's going to take something on. I'm not saying we mimic that. We don't want to mimic that. But we have to pay attention to why people find that appealing.
It's because people are naturally attracted to leaders, to alphas. That's why. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to be like, well, we don't want to mimic that. Yeah, because they have beta cucks in the Democrat Party. That's why. And they're afraid. Okay? They don't even know which bathroom to use. But naturally, people seek leadership. And when you project leadership, when you project that you are going to do something, you are going to be victorious over your enemies. You are going to vanquish those who have been wronged. And all the people who've been wronged by the left, by the censorship, there's a lot of people out there who've been silenced and beat down. And when someone rises to the top and says, I am going to fix it, then those people say, yes, I want that. I want more of that. But this lady, seriously? She is the reason Democrats are losing. We don't want that. We don't want to project strong masculine leadership. The Dana Whites, the UFCs. Oh! Yeah, I'd love to see what her husband looks like. Let's scroll it back a minute here.
We don't want to mimic that. But we have to pay attention to why people find that appealing. And his use of TikTok and specifically reaching those younger men. I can't tell you how many friends of mine or nieces and nephews would say to me, I'm getting these things from Trump all the time on TikTok. And they're not political people. They weren't signing up for that stuff, but Trump was reaching them. So there is a lot for us to learn in that. But I will also say a lot of that was very specific to that candidate, in his messaging and why that was, while people were open to that messaging.
Yeah, why people were open to that messaging. Well, you know what? I'll leave you with this.
Turn out like we want.
This is perfect.
Friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to.
How do they do this?
Certainly not as we planned for it to. But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did.
You're gonna die, Trump! You think that's funny?
So there you have it. A $1 billion campaign imploding, staffers abandoned, and supporters literally howling at large bodies of water. But here's what I want you to consider and drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this just incompetence? Or was the Harris campaign intentionally designed to fail? Or was it a big cash grab? Or were they clearing the path for someone else in 2028? Think about it. And while you're pondering that possibility, don't miss out on our hottest new Mag Avengers design at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Yes, they are flying off the shelves faster than Kamala's campaign promises because nothing says I told you so, like wearing the perfect blend of humor and truth. Limited quantities available, Patriots. Act now. Wow. What's up, Super Chatters? Damn. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Wow, we're $40 away from hitting $500. We are $39 and $39. My Lord, what happened while I was reporting this? Holy cow. Okay, where are we here? I gotta get caught up. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Oh my. Okay, where do I even go? Okay, Merry Christmas, Franchi family. Okay, I think that's real. Tim T, $50. Thank you, yes. We got that. Thank you, Tim. Merry Christmas. And then Memester Godboy, fan character with a heart-shaped ponytail, stars in her eye, $20. Thank you for that. Lone Star Gemini, $4.99. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And then £5 sterling from Big Ensian? Am I saying that right? £5 sterling. And then Raging Realist. Damn, dude. $100? Wow. Okay, let's see what he's saying here. This is a long one. I say let's set a sundial outside. When the sundial reads noon, we stick with that time standard. We'll all be fine as long as we don't have to change our damn clocks. Also, did Will Ferrell show up at your door when Trump won? Remember that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was like one of my favorite moments of the campaign. That was one of my favorite moments, Raging Realist. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that $100. Damn, dude. That caught me off guard. And then we have Brian Weissflock. Looks like $2.79 Canadian from our friends in the Great White North. $2.79. Sweet, man. Thank you. And then we got Scott Backdraft. And he says, dropping $10. Scott Backdraft 752 Esselman. Thanks for the great show. Been watching for years from Wisconsin. What's up, Wisconsin? Love you guys. Love the bratwurst. Love Wisconsin Dells. Noah's Ark. The Brat Stop. Love the Spotted Cow. Yeah, I love all that stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Scott. Heather Reeve. What's up? $10 from Heather Reeve. Happy Turkey Day, Gary, Angie, and Brian. Thank you, Heather, for that. But we aren't done yet. There's more. Fishman. Dropping $5, and he says, lots of emojis on that one. Emoji overload. The camel toe video. Yeah, wasn't that hilarious? That was so funny. I just saw it before we went live. I'm like, I got to play this for everybody. And who else? There's another one in here. Oh, Tim T dropping another $50. What's up, Tim T? Yeah. Tim T, now you got your 300. Well, Tim, we are now at $463.28. We are just shy of 500. Can I go to my wife tonight and tell her we get made $500 on Super Chat? You guys make that happen for me? That would be amazing. What is this? Gwen Thompson. I'm telling my wife, Angie, dude, we got $500 tonight. Oh, wow. Something to be thankful for. Okay, Gwen Thompson. Continue the great work. $10. Thank you, Gwen. And now, our Boyd, $5. It was $17,500 Last check-in on the GoFundMe. Yeah, that's what it was. 17,500. Now it's like 18,500. They can't raise any money over there. We raise more money on this show in one video than they can with their entire freaking organization. Okay, Far Ranger Xbox. I'm a U.S. vet fired from defense contractor Pratt. Sent you email with pics, me in Russia. I just need a call from Don to get job back and made whole DEI. You want me to have Donald Trump call you? Yeah, that's a tall order, my friend. I wish I had that kind of pull. The best I can do is maybe forward your emails to somebody. I mean, I know some people in the circles who have been endorsed by Trump and who work in different circles, people close to Matt Gaetz in the DC area. That's the best I can do. The best I can do was forward the email, shoot a text, be like, hey, this vet got fired, and I'm going to send you an email, see if you can help him. But that's it. I mean, I don't want you to get your hopes up about anything, because a lot of times these things just end up in a black hole. That's just how it is. It's not easy to get some of these people's attention sometimes, especially when they're dealing with frickin' bomb threats on Thanksgiving. So right now, nobody is paying any attention. Everyone's checking out. They're going to be spending this long weekend with family. They are not going to be spending any time dealing with individual people's problems because they've got their own problems to deal with. Not discounting your issue. Not at all. But that's just how these people work. They've only got so much bandwidth to handle. So that's all I can say. Got your emails. I will send a couple text messages to some folks and forward it on in hopes that maybe something will happen. And if I hear something back, then I will contact you. Sending me repeated emails and text messages and super chats is not going to help. If I hear something, I will tell you. Okay? So when I'm done with this show, I've got one more topic to get to. We're going to read more super chats. We're going to check in on the latest. And then I'm going to check out. But before I go, I got to make thumbnails. I got to publish videos. I'll pop open my email. I'll shoot a couple text messages. But remember, it's Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. Everyone's checking out. All right. I've been burning the candle at both ends. All right. I was up till 5 o'clock in the morning last night. You guys are lucky I'm even sitting in this chair right now. I don't even know how I have the energy to do it, to be honest with you. But tomorrow, I'm going to go. I'm going to spend time with family, have a nice Thanksgiving dinner. I've got a wedding rehearsal for family on Friday. I've got a big wedding on Saturday to attend. I'm looking forward to just not looking at any politics for a couple of days. And then I'm going to come back full force, and we're going to keep kicking ass. All right? So that's all I can tell you for Ranger Xbox. So I hope that was worth your $5. All right. Okay. I feel like I'm like one of those like psychics. Oh, mistress, I mean Mrs. Susie, you $4.99, and I tell your fortune. All right. Classic 7 dropping a $20 bill. We are now about 25, 26. We're about $27 away from breaking 500 before Thanksgiving. Classic 7. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for that. Scooby Dragon. What's up? Okay, Scooby Dragon looks like he's maybe a gamer. Anyone play PS5? Let's game. And Scooby Dragon 24. What do you play, Scooby? What are your games? I have not played PS5 in a long time. In fact, my game is Assassin's Creed. That's the game I like to play. That's all. That's the only. I like personally. I like Assassin's Creed Odyssey That was a great one. Beat that one. Let's see. Okay, Mike's son. Where is it, Mike's son? $1.99. Anyone going to Christmas after this election? I don't quite understand the question. Christmas Mass after this election? Christmas Mass? I don't know. Viv B. Viv B. $5. Has Bette Midler drank that stuff yet since Trump won? I don't know. I hope she's okay. We should probably do a wellness check on her. Okay, Scooby Dragon dropped another $2, and he says he plays all kinds of games, including Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's my game, Assassin's Creed. Cool. Okay, so that puts us at $474.26. So we are now about just $25.74. $24.74. And we're going to hit 500. Okay, we got our next topic to get to. Let's make it happen. Speaking of Thanksgiving. All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the culture war has officially reached your dinner table. As America celebrates Thanksgiving, the leftist media is already in full meltdown mode. MSNBC's Joy Reid is warning viewers to avoid Trump supporters at their own family gatherings. While Governor Abbott serves meals to our brave Border Patrol agents, the mainstream media is publishing guides on how to talk to your racist MAGA uncle. Even Jesse Waters' own mother has succumbed to Trump derangement syndrome, uninviting him from Thanksgiving dinner. But tonight, we're going to show you how to turn this attempted division into a victory for truth and family values. Now, do you want to look and feel your best this Thanksgiving? Well, there is a reason why countless Americans struggle with energy and appearance during the holidays. Depleted collagen levels. That's why I trust BioTrust Premium Collagen Formula. While others age, you can thrive. This revolutionary blend helps maintain youthful energy and appearance, especially during stressful family gatherings. Get 51% off today at healthwithgary.com, plus receive their free VIP health coaching and our exclusive holiday wellness guide. Don't let holiday stress show on your face. Visit healthwithgary.com, clicking the link in the description. All right, let's take a look. Just 2 hours ago, this hit the wires. Joy Reid. Yeah, she's shaved her head in solidarity. Joy Reid suffered a 10-minute meltdown about Thanksgiving, telling Trump-worshipping, Capitol-storming MAGA they won't get a cookie, trophy, or a hug from her. Well, guess what? We don't want one. Okay. Colin Rugg said, for your own sanity, I'm only sharing a minute of the meltdown. Well, this was like a minute and 33 seconds. Can we handle it? Okay, let's see.
Say the undocumented, who they get to call illegal immigrants like the Pilgrims had permission.
First of all, Joy, the makeup, I mean, this looks like clown makeup. Looks like clown makeup. I mean, all you need is a red nose, and you got it nailed. That's all that we're missing here, Joy. Good God.
These are the people who say the undocumented, who they get to call illegal immigrants like the Pilgrims had permission to come here, have to suffer the consequences of their actions, right? They made the choice to overstay their visas or come into our country illegally, so if they get deported, consequences. But you right-wingers shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes? You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches. Wipe your own tears. Troll amongst yourselves with Elon and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving, our choice.
The only person whining is you, Joy. Do you hear her say tofurkey? Yeah, because she won't even eat real meat. It's probably why she looks the way she does. Yes, Jesse Waters' own mother has a severe case of TDS. She wouldn't even invite Jesse for Thanksgiving dinner at her house. Here's Jesse's response. Oh, how sad.
Yep, people are taking some space in the Waters household. I'll have you know that I was not invited to my mother's house for Thanksgiving. Apparently, there wasn't enough room. She said it was a scheduling situation, and then at the last second invited me to come over on Black Friday. I told her, no thanks, I'll be at Best Buy. Yep, people are taking some space in the Waters.
I'll be at Best Buy. But here is Tom Homan and Greg Abbott serving Thanksgiving dinner to our service members there on the border, keeping us safe, about to deport millions of illegals at the command of our new commander-in-chief, who we are waiting. Now, we played this the other day. Of course, it's another Joy Reid clip. I know. Here, she doesn't look like as much of a clown, but it's important that we present this to you because this is the message that is being transmitted to your deranged members of your family, the ones who suffer from Trump derangement syndrome, the ones who have convenient scheduling conflicts and can't attend certain things.
Do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me. And I actually talked to, adults as well as advising parents for children. I mean, I think, I don't think that you should force children. I don't think you should force adults to be around people just because they're your family. I think there's a level of, need to establish boundaries. And if you feel like you need to establish boundaries with people, whether they're your family or not, I think you should very much be entitled to do so. And I think it may be essential for your mental health.
Do you recommend?
Essential for your mental health. Cutting off your family. Oh my God, we have another clip from her. Oh man, I can't. There's only so much I can take. I'm sorry, guys, but we have to expose this. That is our job. We have to expose this. We have to educate you on what is happening. 3 clips of Joy Reid in this report. I don't know how much more I can take.
People in, and people may not feel so confident that they're safe with you. This is not crazy. This is legitimate feelings of fear of you and a feeling that you might not be someone they could trust. If this thing goes way south, autocracies go south real fast and things get ugly and people get asked to do things and turn people in and point people out and turn on them. And if you're voting affirmatively, gleefully for this, and people may not feel so confident in you anymore. That's real, and you kind of have to live with it. So if you think that you can vote for what people see as their destruction and then demand that they still are cool with you and kiki with you and have Thanksgiving with you, like, I think you're kind of missing the point of what people are upset about. They're afraid. People may not.
Okay, here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's people like her who have been projecting lies on MSNBC, CNN, NBC, mainstream media. They've been projecting these lies as if Donald Trump is going to, or even the act of voting for him is an act of violence. That's what she's essentially saying here. So when you're sitting across the table from your family member and they have been on a steady diet of deception and lies from people like Joy Reid, they have been deceived. So all you really can do, keep your mouth shut and pray for them. That's it. Keep your mouth shut and pray. Enjoy the turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy. And if anybody wants to say something to bring up politics, let it be on them. Because what's really the point? We have the victory. We have the win. We're taking the W. They are taking the L. So I don't need to walk into my Thanksgiving dinner with my chest out and my MAGA hat crisp. I don't. Because the victory is already known. But if somebody wants to talk, I'm always open to talk. I learned about this a long time ago when I used to run around talking to people in my inner circle all day long. Did you know this? 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 I obviously knew more than them. Their heads were in the sand. I was wide awake, warning people about what was to come 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. After a while, people didn't want to hear it anymore. They call you names. You become isolated. They don't want to talk to you. So you know what? I just zipped it. Stop talking. And the minute you stop talking about it is the minute they start to get curious. Wait, why isn't he talking about it anymore? He used to talk about it all the time. What's going on? And because they are naturally inquisitive in their own human spirit, they're going to ask questions because they want to know what you know, because you're wide awake. You see things in a different way. All right, the scales have already fallen from your eyes. You see into that next dimension. You understand what is already happening. And it's our job to help carry these people into that realization, to help combat against the likes of Joy Reid's lies. So when she sits there and she tells you that the people sitting across from you voted for violence, they voted against you, these people are deceptive, satanic, demonic deceivers. And that's what they thrive on. They thrive on the weak people who watch their programming and eat up everything they say, who then go out and shave their heads and put on a bracelet so that they can be identified and hold out against the patriarchy. But friends, our strongest thing that we can do is stand firm and resolute in our conviction of victory. That is all we need to do. We don't need to gloat. We don't need to rub it in. Just enjoy your turkey. Enjoy the mashed potatoes. Because it's going to be the sweetest, greatest Thanksgiving that we have ever celebrated. Because it's going to be a little bit bitter for them. And remember, they will ask questions when they're ready. Just be ready to answer them. Okay, we've got more. Oh, I hope it's not more Joy Reid clips. Okay, here's a beautiful picture. Donald Trump. This is the MAGA Thanksgiving that's coming. Here's President Trump's Thanksgiving message.
I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving.
This is actually from 2023, but you know what? It sounds good right now. I was looking for one for today before we went live, and I didn't see one, but this will do.
I want to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Today, as we gather with our loved ones, we give thanks to Almighty God for his many blessings, including our families, our friends, our neighbors, and this extraordinary country that we all call home. We also send our deep gratitude to all of the patriots serving our nation in uniform this Thanksgiving, including the members of the U.S. Armed Forces, the heroes of Border Patrol and law enforcement and ICE and everybody that works so hard to preserve our system and our country and working to defend our southern border, and our police and first responders in communities all across America. This is a difficult time for our country, but do not lose heart or lose hope, because by the time we celebrate next Thanksgiving, our nation will be well on its way to being stronger, safer, more prosperous, and greater than ever before. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, and God bless you all.
And we certainly are on our way to a more prosperous nation with Donald Trump at the helm. Here's some memes I wanted to share with you. I thought they were funny. I mean, in light of what I just said, take this as well as you can, okay?
Turkey's great this year.
Oh, yeah. It's almost like it's great again.
Mashed potatoes are good.
Oh, yeah, I got them for cheap. It's almost like grocery prices are going down. That's weird.
Oh, God, this is giving me gas.
Well, you're about to get a lot more gas. Olean. His prices are going down. So who'd you vote for?
Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay, this came out a couple days ago. This is from the Babylon Bee. I haven't watched it yet, but we'll watch it together here. Babylon Bee always puts out good stuff. So, how to talk to your racist MAGA uncle this Thanksgiving.
They're all terrible. So, you're heading home for Thanksgiving, but your family supports Trump. Not good. You're probably wondering, how can I show them I'm a good, tolerant person, and they're all terrible, intolerant people? And how can I find common ground with these rednecks who are literally Hitler? Well, you're in luck. Because I, too, am a good person who likes to share my superiority with those around me. Today, we're going to show you how to talk about Trump with your racist uncle this Thanksgiving. First, try slowly and articulately explaining to him how he is a racist, a bigot, a Nazi, and just an overall garbage person. You can even use simple visual aids if you want to. Next, you can help educate your backward, bigoted family members by handing out copies of Robin DiAngelo's White Fragility. This thoughtful holiday gift will endear them to you and open up the door for more conversation later. Now, sometimes your family might disagree with you and attempt to use far-right tactics, such as facts and logic. Counter this with a powerful haka dance. Fourth, you can easily get through to these MAGA bigots, or maggots for short, by reenacting the entirety of Hamilton. Let it never be said that you threw away your shot. Here's a good one. When your arguments just aren't getting through to them, try screaming at the sky. Simple, but effective. Tip number 6. When you're encountering opinions you disagree with, just run away to a secure location. You might call it a space that is safe. If someone follows you there, then go somewhere else, and so on and so on. And finally, and perhaps most effectively, just start a good food fight. It works every time. Use these simple tips, and you'll convert your MAGA family in no time. Because you're right, and they're Nazis. Good luck out there, fellow member of the resistance. If you have any other helpful tips in dealing with your maggot family members, just leave them in the comments down below. Or shout them at the sky. Works every time. Exercise your God-given.
Or shout at Lake Michigan, right? That's what they're doing, aren't they? Here's another meme. I said no politics at Thanksgiving. Dinner was magnificent. And I shared this one on my Facebook page today because I just had to. I had to.
Worshippers. And behold, I saw the horse, pale, the rider, his name was Death. Pull up Revelation. Not a bunch of crap like these New World Order pedophile devil worshippers. I'm so blown away by the power of our God that's almighty. Woo! And behold, I saw.
Gotta love Alex, man. Gotta love that guy. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, Elon Musk, what did he do? He changed the heart action on X. If you tap the heart, let's see what happens. You ready? Oop, it turned into a turkey. How cute is that? And I want one more point to make this Thanksgiving, because it's been 3 years since Fauci told people to remove family members from your Thanksgiving dinner because they didn't have proper documentation. This was a stain on our country's history. We will never forget what they did. Never forget what they did.
Yeah.
Mother's Oops.
Do that. I mean,
if someone in your family isn't vaccinated, should you ask them not to show up?
Yes, I would do that. I mean, I think we're dealing with a serious enough situation right now that if there's an unvaccinated person, I would say, I'm very sorry, but not this time, maybe another time when this is all over.
I'm sure you guys had a family member did that to you, right? Well, from coast to coast, patriots are refusing to let the radical left hijack their family celebrations. While they push division, we are choosing unity. While they're screaming at lakes, we're serving our communities. But here's what I want you to share in the comments. What is your strategy for handling hostile liberal relatives this Thanksgiving? Your answer could help fellow patriots navigate the dinner conversations. And speaking of patriotic celebrations, our new Megavengers collection has dropped at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Our design is perfect for showing your family where you stand while keeping things festive, because nothing says Happy Thanksgiving like wearing your values proudly while carving that turkey. All right, where are we? Okay, we are now at 479.26 in our super chat. We are almost at 500, guys. Come on. Come on. Who's going to put us over the top? Alexa Camus, $10. Happy Thanksgiving. Been watching your reports for years. Thank you for that. And then we got Dark Deception. Shaved your head. Now we can't tell if you have cancer or are the cancer. I should point out Alexa Camus is on Rumble. Thank you for that, from Rumble. Okay, who's going to put us over the top? Who are you going to be? Are you going to be the one? Are you going to be the one to put us over the top? Because I'm going to tell Angie it was you that put us over 500. We are almost there. 479.26. Who's going to do it? Who's going to be the one to put us over the top? I'm waiting to see this. I'm waiting to see this. Come on. Where are we? Is Angie in the chat? I see people saying, hi, Angie. Hi, Angie. Where are we? Angie's there. I see her. Good evening, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Angie, we are almost at $500 in super chats. $479.26. And I'm telling everyone, I can't wait to come tell you that we broke 500. We are almost there. We are at $479.26. We only need a few more bucks from a couple people, and we will be over 500, and we will celebrate Thanksgiving from all the people making it a reality. Okay, while we wait to see who will be the one who puts us over the top, let's take a quick look in the main chat and see what people are saying. Let's see here. Wait, was that Angie currently, or is she there now? I don't know. Was that old? I'm not sure. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, Resiness giving a shout out to Angie. Bidenomics broke me, says Dog Boy. Trump America 24, Donald Trump, America's president. We will never forget what those psychopaths did. Thank God my family is united for MAGA except one, and she's coming around. Awesome. Oh, whoa. Ching, 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 ching. Our Boyd dropping 10. We are now at 480. We're at 494.26. Scott Backdraft dropping a 5. We only need $5 more. Angie, you're watching the chat. You're going to see it. You're going to see that next $5 who's putting us over the top. Okay. Excuse me. It's Peritos earlier. Okay. R. Boyd. Bing, 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 bing. $10. Scott Backdraft. $5. Thank you. Okay. Who's going to be it? Who's going to be the one? Oh, this is crazy. Okay. This is nuts. Okay. All right. Get a hold of yourself. Wait. Oh, wait. Scooby Dragon. $5. Now we're at, okay. We're literally at $499.26. And, I can't say your name. Okay. Scooby Dragon dropped 5. And now I'll just put it up on the screen and you guys can read his name. You can just read it, okay? I'm not saying it. All right? I'm not going to read it. All right. And then Fishman dropping 5. What's up, Fishman? And then we got W. Lewis 2. Happy Gary. Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving. $2. Danny Jade. Keep doing what you do. Thank you, Danny Jade. $9.99. Scooby Dragon, that's coming in now. It's coming in hot, Angie. $2 from Scooby Dragon. Holy cow, it's coming in. And then we got Peter Ramirez, $5.74. Right there. Gobble, gobble from Peter Ramirez. Thank you, Peter Ramirez. Wow, that was fast. Whoa, another one just came in. Joseph Isaacs. Wait a minute, I can't even keep up now. Kimberly Johnson. Oh, you guys are amazing. Kimberly Johnson, here you go. $5. Happy Thanksgiving. Joseph Isaacs, $4.99. Goodness, thank you, Joseph Isaacs. Another Susudio, 0530. Wow, $5. Happy Thanksgiving. May Ramos, dropping a super sticker of Baby Lemon with pom-poms in his hands, cheerleading. How cute is that? Thank you, May. $3. Holy cow. You guys are freaking awesome. We are now at $551.31. I mean, do we try to go for 600? I mean, am I pushing it? I mean, why not, right? Tammy Robinson, holy cow, $13.99 Canadian from our friends up in the Great White North. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for always telling us the truth. God bless you, Tammy Robinson. It is going to be a wonderful Thanksgiving celebration because you guys care so much. If you guys knew what goes on behind the scenes here, It is literally a non-stop hustle, chasing the news. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I do love it because I know what we're doing is having an impact. It is. You guys, when you guys give these super chats, you don't even understand that the impact is so profound. Because what we do on this channel, it moves the needle. And that's why they're so freaking terrified. We move the freaking needle. You and me, we move the needle when we report on these things. We push back on the narratives. We amplify voices. We push agendas that are freedom orientated. We move the needle in this country. There are millions of people who watch this channel. Millions of people who share these videos. And it changes the dynamic of this country. That's why they are working so hard to suppress the truth. What happened here? Scooby Dragon, $50 freaking. Wow. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Wow, we are now over 600. We are over $600 for this Thanksgiving edition of the Next News Network Raw Feed. Wow. Wow, I'm just speechless, you guys. I am speechless. You know, again, another one. Notable zero. Putin is afraid of babushka. Putin afraid of babushka. You're welcome, West. Notable zero. Again, I go back to the point. You guys are the force to be reckoned with. You guys are the power behind this channel. I work to bring the narratives. I work to craft the stories. I work to create the messaging. I've been doing this for 25, 30 years. You know, I've got the perspective, and it's so funny. It's so funny when I see all these other like YouTubers and influencers. They all just came out of nowhere. They're all just Johnny come lately. Okay? 2016, 2017, these guys come up, they get YouTube channels, and they get invited to the inner sanctum. You know, they're cupping balls, and they're like, oh, yeah. But guess what? We've been here doing the hard work, laying the freaking tracks for you boys. Okay? Well, you guys were, anyway. I'm sorry. I'm getting on a tangent here. Yahweh, your way. $9.99. Thank you for that fan character. Dressed as a cheerleader jumping in the air. Man, we are at now $631.28. $631.28. Minu, don't piss on the newcomers. We need them to. No, I'm not. You know, I'm not. Okay. All right. Where are we at? What are we going to do next? What do you guys want to do next? Holy cow, you guys are on fire today, man. I got thumbnails to make still. It's 10:30 at night here in Illinois. I got more videos that need to drop. Let's check on the latest from the feed as we continue. Okay, where are we at? Let's check. Wait. Kaliza, thank you for your hard work. Appreciate you. Kaliza, thank you so much for that $5. God bless you. God bless you. Angie, we're at $636.28. How cool is that? What a blessed Thanksgiving episode of the Raw Feed. Okay. Wait. Another one. Notable zero. Intercontinental babushka. What does that even mean? Intercontinental babushka. What does that even mean? I don't want to know. Okay, that's funny though. Okay, what is this? Okay, Colin Wright. Despite years of progressive dismissing and mocking of my political meme, a new Financial Times article just validated it with real data. Don't have time to get into that. Joe Rogan podcast. This is a really good deal, 35% off. Okay, a Black Friday sale from Joe Rogan. Okay, Jen Jeklek has stated here. Okay, this is talking about the swatting and the bomb threats today on members of Trump's incoming administration. Despicable. Leo Terrell. Thanks for all your support. Our Fox TV radio ratings are fantastic. Thanks to you. And Leo Terrell says, no, thanks to you. Great one. I mean, I like Mark Levin, but his voice, yeah. Okay, Gwen Stefani and try to shut down insane relationship with Blake Shelton. Nobody cares. What else? Candace Ivey. This post has several of the usual TB-obsessed haters commenting that they agree. What? I don't know what this means. I don't even know. Yuri Bezmenov's ghost. Woke is dead. The woke. Smith & Wesson. Oh, their page was suspended off of Facebook. How ridiculous. Because of they have spent years and resources trying to adhere to Facebook's changing community guidelines, and now they've been kicked off of Facebook. Yeah. And at the same time, Zuckerberg is down at Mar-a-Lago. This is happening. Polly Medina, what's up? $20. Damn, Angie, we're at $661. Holy cow. Oh, wait a second. And now we got $5. We got $5 from Resiness. Their first super chat on a live stream. Okay, but I need to tell you this. The truth is that you just put us at $666.28. Your first super chat got us $666. That kind of creeps me out a little bit. Can someone put like a couple bucks in just so I don't got to look at that number on the screen here? That'd be fine, please. Resiness, thank you for your first time super chat. God bless America and keep it going. Yeah, it literally says 666 right there on my screen. I don't want to end the show with 666. Yahweh, your way, one way, 99 cents. That should do it. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. $667.27. That's all we needed. Okay. 3 evergreen trees. Thank you. Studio dropping $1.49. Thank you for that. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're in the safety zone now. Oh, wait, Babushka. 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 Dropping $2. Babushka won't allow all that number. Fishman says, you're so evil. I mean, how would he know? How would Razziness know? Right? Okay. All right. What else is going on in the world of the web? The World Wide Web. If you support Donald Trump in your verified account, I want to follow you. I'll gift you an X premium. I hate when people post this. Oh, if you follow me, I'll follow you. That never happens. That's just all scam. What is this? 20% increase in obesity who've taken an antibiotic. That's not good. Cassandra McDonald, hazardous materials. The mold they sent me needs to be a mold exemption. What? I don't know what that's about. Volleyball uprising. Female players seek to spike incursion. Okay. What the hell is this? This is what I came to the internet for. A rooster on someone's head playing the piano. Yeah, that's what the internet is all about. Another $5. Houndsman 1. Thank you for all you do, Gary. Thank you, Houndsman 1. And we have this from it's Tiff. Democrats are cheating and stealing congressional ballots. No one's doing anything about it. I'm starting to think this was a collective uniparty plan all by design. Juanita Broderick. Malona Lisa. What? Bob Cremans, what's up? Another cup of coffee for $5. Thank you, Bob. Bob, you're awesome. Okay, Pete Hegseth. This morning, a police officer arrived at our home where our 7 children, my goodness. 7 children were sleeping. The officer notified my wife and I. They received a credible pipe bomb threat targeting me and my family. We were all safe and the threat had been cleared. The left is disgusting. Clint Russell, RFK at HSS, Macari at FDA, someone actually corrected me on how to say this, Baccaria at NIH. Trump may never acknowledge his mistakes during the era, but these appointments by him represent a complete repudiation. If Fauci isn't on the phone with his lawyers right now, he should be. Yeah, he should be, man. That guy belongs in prison. U.S. economy grows at 2.8% pace in third quarter on consumer spending, unchanged from first estimate. That's okay. What's this? I love America News. 1960s, oil gone in 10 years. 1970, another ice age in 10. 1980s, acid rain will destroy all crops. 1990s, ozone layer will be gone in 10 years. 2000s, ice caps gone in 10 years. And what happened? None of it happened. But they had more reasons to regulate your freedom. Harmeet Dillon has an idea. Hire the Costco people to run the elections. They know how to check ID, move large volumes of people through, manage inventory, rapidly scan and tabulate. Just a thought. And they have cheap hot dogs. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Oh, here's one Texas one. Mark Zuckerberg needs to be in prison, not at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. I don't know who this Mehek Cook. We have a new sheriff in town. Tune into my discussion with Kevin Cook on Fox News Nights. Okay. Woman throws a speaker off of a ship in Greece. What? A woman throws a speaker off a ship in Greece. Why would you do that? A speaker? What? Because they didn't like the music someone was playing? Don't mess with the Greeks, I tell you. I'm married to one. Incoming border czar Tom Hallman to sanctuary cities. Don't test us. Yes, we covered that. Okay. Radical New York Democrat State Senator Liz Cougar has proposed New York withhold over $360 billion in revenue and secede along with other northeastern states. They want to secede? Really?
Northeastern state. Defiant plan against President-elect Trump's mass deportation plan. Succeed and join our neighbor to the north. That is exactly what Manhattan liberal Democrat State Senator Liz Krueger is proposing, that the Empire State and fellow blue northeastern states leave the U.S. and join Canada to protest Trump's plan. She said this back in September before the election, quote, instead of us all trying to illegally cross the border at night without them noticing, which is pretty hard because there's lots of us, that they should instead agree to let us be the Southeast province, a new province of Canada. New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont would combine and be a great new province as the Southeast province of Canada. Basically, everybody in these states are progressive Democrats who would fit in pretty well with the political philosophy of at least most of the Canadian elected officials.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Oh, whoa. Marlene Bullard, 1999. Holy cow. We're over $700. Angie, we're $702 right now. Holy cow. What a beautiful day. My goodness. Thank you, Marlene. And Connie. $2 from Connie. Every dollar adds up. Happy Thanksgiving, she says. Thank you, Connie. Oh, man. How beautiful. Roger Stone. This came out 7 hours ago. Colonel Douglas McGregor questions the appointment of Sebastian Gorka. Yeah, there's a lot of people questioning that appointment.
Expressed very recently, the war is now effectively over. Ukraine is destroyed. And contrary to what anybody says in Washington, they could give a damn what happens to the people of Ukraine. But Donald Trump does care. He spoke publicly, and he said the killing must end. He needs to announce that he's going to suspend any more aid to Ukraine, period. No more military aid, and that he is evacuating all U.S. personnel, military, political, intelligence makes no difference. Everyone who's a U.S. citizen in or out of uniform needs to get out. Now, once he does that, that will set the stage for everything to end, because the fighting cannot go on if the aid stops. What he must not do is listen to the fanciful notion expressed very recently by this man, Sebastian Gorka, who for some reason is running around declaring that he's a future deputy national security advisor, which is a frightening prospect given his background. But he's saying that, he's going to threaten President Putin with even more aid to Ukraine if evil Putin does not stop. Look, we have to come to terms with two realities. Just as you have Mexico today is an organized crime state, that is exactly what Ukraine is. It's an organized crime state. And we've shoveled hundreds of billions of dollars into that place. It's done no good. It's a bottomless pit for our resources. It's killed hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians. There is no future in it. The best thing we can do is to get out from under this organized crime state. Stop pretending that we're underwriting liberal democracy there. Nothing could be further from the truth. This is the most Stalinist-like regime that Ukraine has seen since Stalin died in 1953.
Wow. Colonel Douglas McGregor dropping a bomb on Sebastian Gorka. But Notable Zero has an idea, a business idea. Charter fishing trips from the Baja to Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, Canada? California. I don't know. $5. Thank you for that. iDubbbz Gaming. $5. Happy Thanksgiving. I lost both parents in the last 5 years. Gary, yes, don't mess with us Greeks. Oh, man. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Yeah, I lost my mother about 8 years ago now. So, yeah. Holidays are really rough. Yeah. I know. But don't mess with the Greeks. You don't mess with the Greeks. $5. Wow, Angie, we're at $712 right now. $712.75. Okay, I would love to continue this, but I have more work to get to. And I know there's thousands of people watching right now that want to hang out, and I'd love to hang out. But we're going to end on a super high note right now. Okay, great grandma Anon. Okay, fine. I'll stay. You guys want to keep throwing dollar bills at me like I'm a stripper? That's fine. I'm just not going to take my clothes off. $5 from great grandma Anon. Thank you so much. Another $5. Is that double? Doubling up over there, it looks like. I think. Am I right there? Did you just double up? Yeah. Double up, great grandma Anon. There you go. Showing up that next super chat. Okay. All right. Again, I know everyone's like, Gary's like, the money's rolling in. Don't go anywhere. I know. It's like it's hot. We're hot right now. I feel like we're like at a, we're like in Vegas, and like we just keep throwing it and just keep winning. And you guys are just like giving it, and like I appreciate it sincerely. Wow. I'm just $722.75. That's amazing. Look at all the folks. Look at you guys. Look at the comments, just like blowing on the screen. It's out of water. Holy cow, man. Okay. I love you guys, but I got to make thumbnails. I got to publish these segments, and we got to get the work done. And then we're going to have a great Thanksgiving weekend. So, all right, you guys done? Are you done with the super chats? Just want to make sure. Are you guys good? We're gonna put a bow on this thing. We're gonna put a bow on it. $722.75. This Thanksgiving episode. God bless you guys. God bless you guys. I cannot wait to tell Angie. It's gonna blow her mind. Holy cow. Wow. Just looking at that number is just obscene. You guys are amazing. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it's been from Deep State bomb threats targeting Trump's nominees to Elon Musk's Doge army declaring war on the IRS, from Trump's revolutionary time change proposal to Kamala's billion-dollar campaign collapse, and right through to tomorrow's great American Thanksgiving showdown, we've covered ground the mainstream media won't dare to touch. And to everyone who sent in your super chat and your Rumble rants, my goodness, $722. Linda Lane just dropping another $5 right in the middle of this. Wow. We're now at $727.75 from Linda Lane. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. I mean, you guys are the backbone of this movement. Your voices, your insights, your unwavering support keep this beacon of truth shining bright. And speaking of support, I do need to be direct with you. We can only continue this fight with your help. If you didn't want to give a super chat and you just want to just do something on the side, you want to do like a donation, like through PayPal or Give, Send, Go, there are links in the description. Again, whether it's Give, Send, Go, whether it's PayPal, every dollar helps keep bringing you the real truth and the real news that matters. And what a response we've had in our merch shop. The Mag Avengers collection, shop.nextnewsnetwork.com, flying off the shelves. If you haven't checked it out yet, now is the time, especially if you have somebody you want to give for Christmas. You need to take action because there is a lead time on shipping. So you want to make sure, if you like that Mag Avengers hat right there or the Next News Network hat down here, that's cool, man. That Mag Avengers t-shirt, I know you can't really see it, but it's got Elon Musk and Ron Paul, and it's cool. It's a design I actually made myself. And it's got N3 on the sleeve, so you can wear it with pride, and you can be part of the Mag Avengers team. So show the world where you stand with our exclusive limited edition Next News Network gear that will make liberals' heads explode. And a quick programming note. Yes, we are taking a brief break during the Thanksgiving weekend. There won't be a show tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day, or on Friday. I will be attending a family wedding. The rehearsal dinner's on Friday, the wedding's on the Saturday, but we will be back stronger than ever on Monday with full coverage of what's sure to be an explosive weekend of news. And again, wow, Alice, are you serious? Alice, oh, wow, you got that in at the last minute. $49.99. We are at $777. Okay, we just need what? Another about $25. We're going to hit 800 and we're going to call it a day. 800. We need 25 more dollars. 25 more dollars, and that's it. I thought we were going to put a button on this. We're going to put a bow, nice little bow, go celebrate Thanksgiving with our family, but you guys want to keep giving. Wow, we're at 777. We have to hit 8777. Yeah, take a picture of 777. I am going to take a picture of that. That's a good idea. 777. But we need to hit 8. Let's get a good 8 right there. I'm taking a picture. $777.74. Lucky sevens, baby. Lucky sevens. But let's hit 8. Let's hit 8. Come on, guys. Get us over the top. I was going to end it. I was going to shut it down. You guys want to keep going. You guys are making me work. I got to stay up. You know how long it takes me to make these thumbnails on this channel? Literally takes like it takes hours. You know, I got to write the headlines. I got to write the descriptions. I got to create the imagery. I've got to, there's a whole formula that I physically have to do to make it work. Okay. It's just me. Brian's over there. He's hitting record. He's making sure all the stuff gets edited correctly and uploaded to the channel. And, so you guys can watch it later. But I got to put in all the extra. Wait a minute. What the heck? Notable Zero, $20. You are amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay. We are now, Angie, we're $3. We're actually less than $3 away. We are less than $3 away. Whoa, Floyd Tate, their third super chat on the live stream. Okay, Notable Zero dropping the pair character, Floyd Tate Jr. dropping $20, and it is a fan character sending hearts with their hands. What is it, like a bird or something? No, wait. No. And then PZ. Wow, are you serious? Come on, you guys are out of your minds. $30 from PZ. Wow, we're already at 820. Listen, guys, you can't keep me here. You can't keep doing this to me. You can't. You know what? I know what you guys are doing here. I know what you guys are doing. You guys think that you can just keep throwing me money, and I'm just gonna keep sitting here because I'm like I'm in my show closed right now, and I'm like trying to close the show, and you guys keep dropping super chats to keep me here. All right, Resiness, $5, making it right, $9.99. Thank you for that. Michelle Gusgus, $5. Thank you, Michelle. And we're at $830 right now. This is insane. Guys, I have to make thumbnails. Another one? Whistling people. What? Whistling people? And it just simply says we might be retarded for $5? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, guys. No, seriously. You guys want to go to 900 now? Brand 47's like, go to 900. Really? We're at 835. That means we got to get at least, $75 to hit 900. This is like, it's like an auction. Yeah, Robert, I was going to say it's like an auction. River's like, you're stuck with us. Dave's like, I'm out, man. This is enough. Enough of this. Can we see 500? 70, 70, 70, 75, 79. Do we have 80? 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 We have 75. Do we have 75? We have 75. Do we have 80? 80? 80? Go for 1,000, says Jim. Jim, I'd love to, man, but I've got work to do. Big money, big money. Whoa, Gene, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. $49.99. Gene Poole. Is that like your real name? Or is that like a funny name? Whoa! Listen, people! Oh my goodness. Are you serious, dude? What? What? Oh my God. $65 from Listen, people. And our boy dropping a 5 spot. Dude, you guys, we're at $955. Okay, we're almost at 1,000. All right, we're ending the show at 1,000. So you guys are like, I'm not gonna give. I just want to have him sit there and just keep talking. Okay. Oh, I was gonna finish the show. Okay, are we gonna hit 1,000 now? Everyone send $5 is Secret Owl. Scott Edwards is like 1,000. PZ is like 1,000. It's over $1,000 now? No, it's not. Actually, I'm only seeing 955 here. That's what I'm seeing. Do you guys see like another number on your screen? Because I don't see it. Okay, no, they don't see a total, but I see the total here. Okay, Jim Zorman's like, go to 1,000. Sadie's like, looks like Gary's Thanksgiving is getting better. You guys are paying Brian's salary right now. Okay. Come on, do it, says Alice. Wagyu steaks for Thanksgiving. Blue Angel. Now you can afford turkey. PZ, I just paid $15.62 to fix my... Wow, Gene, are you serious, dude? There it is. There it is. We just hit 1,000. We just hit... Oh my goodness, Heather, come on. Another 10? We're over 1,000 now. Holy cow. Angie, you're not going to believe this. Gene Poole, $49.99. Guys, I know what you're doing. Heather Reeve, get home safe. Woohoo, Gary, she says. Scott Backdraft dropping another 5. Heather dropping 10. Gene Poole dropping 49. Oh, my goodness. Now it doesn't even tell me. It just says you're over. It just says you're at 1,000. It doesn't show like the smaller numbers. Maybe there's another way to tabulate this. Is there another way to show it? Viewer activity, maybe? Oh my goodness. Wow. You guys are freaking awesome. I cannot wait to tell Angie this. Wow. Okay. You guys want to go to 2,000? I'm not sitting here to go to... You want to go to 2024? Whistling People's like, just end the stream. I know, this is a great night. This was definitely a great night. It's 11 o'clock. How long have we been live here? 2 hours and 56 minutes. And we're over $1,000 in chat, super chats. How awesome is that? You guys, thank you for putting us over the top. Thank you for everything. I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for everyone who's been watching for all these years. You know, the fight is not over. The fight is not over, and we are going to continue it no matter what. And you guys are the wind in our sails. We make a difference. You and me, we make a difference in the world. With this channel, your actions, when you share these reports, when I tell you, I know I say it, but listen, there's a meaning behind it. When you use your phone and you text the link to our reports to people, you're bypassing all of the manipulative algorithms that are out there. It is the most effective tool. Okay? Copy the link to any of our reports that you like and text it to 5 people. You know, or share it in your Facebook group. That's another thing you can do. There are some videos that we have that'll go out there, and it's crazy. And I see that all this, because I look at the analytics, and the analytics show me like all this traffic coming in from Facebook of all places, because a lot of you guys are part of these like hidden Facebook groups that are like, you guys are super active. And sometimes our videos find their way, the links find their way into those Facebook pages and those groups, and they just take off, go super viral. And it's so cool to see that. So, you know, keep using those strategies, keep using the text message strategies, and like these are tools. We are here to give you tools to fight this information war, because that's what we're in. You guys, we are all part of this army, and we're winning, folks, and it's clear. So have a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving. And before we go, I do want to say this. As you gather around your Thanksgiving tables, remember everything we discussed tonight. Whether you're dealing with a case of Trump derangement syndrome like Jesse Waters' mom, or celebrating with fellow patriots like Governor Abbott at the border, stay strong, stay proud, stay thankful for the great awakening that we are witnessing across America. 22 days ago, America chose freedom over fear, strength over weakness, and Trump over Harris. Tomorrow, we celebrate not just Thanksgiving, but the beginning of America's restoration. The deep state might be sending bomb threats. The IRS might be trembling. The left might be screaming at lakes. But patriots, we are winning, and we are just getting started. From my family to yours, have a blessed and peaceful Thanksgiving. Hold your loved ones close. Say a prayer for our nation. And remember, the truth cannot be silenced. Thank you for making Next News Network your home for real news. We will see you back here Monday for another explosive edition of the Raw Feed.